Sayang kung LDR.
105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Before mag 9 o'clock ta sa buntag, December 2, the year is 2024. Ikalit magka-foggy daron diri sa tops sa may busay. Grabe hay murag nawagtang lakalit ang view. Just a few seconds ago, murag the view was very clear. Then all of a sudden, it just disappeared into the fog. Anyway, ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa ato ang mag-anisay ta Sugbo, kaning Pasko ba? Na sobra na ba ni ka pang negosyo? Is Christmas becoming way too commercialized? I'd like to know your thoughts, Kenny. Tungtung na magiging sa Disyembre, I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter, okay? Kaning Pasko na sobra na ba ni ka pang negosyo? Is it too commercialized?
Mag-anisay lang ta Sugbo. Mura man na akong ganahan pa, mag-istoryanay lang ta sa tinuod on 105.1 TMC with Jiggy Juice. 105.1 TMC ang ato mga kaigsuunan nga taga Pinamungahan. I think si Insoy is Pinamungahan. I'm not sure about the other band members. Missing Filimon and Suroy Suroy. Speaking of taga Pinamungahan, I was celebrating the 21st anniversary of our friends from Cebu, Land Masters.
Masters yesterday, and I had a chance to meet Joe Franco, the man behind Cebu Land Masters. Nga, as it turns out, taga Pinamungahan man sa din si Joe day, ang mga kaliwat. I was glad to know that as well. Joe Soberano, of course, congratulations to Joe and Franco, to Jamie, Joey, and the entire Franco family for celebrating the 21st anniversary of Cebu Land Masters. At the same time, second Cebu Land Masters run with the Masters run pud kagahapon. Congratulations, sus. Abot niabot og 3,000 ka mga runners kagahapon. So congratulations to everyone, to Popoy, the sports lead of Cebu Land Masters Inc., and to Coco Running's Joel Juarez, and to Rio, to Bing, and the rest of the team. Congratulations, you guys, for a very successful run with the Masters by Cebu Land Masters. Ang atong ikaduha nga run with the Masters. Congratulations to you guys. Once again, congratulations to Sir Joe Franco Soberano, to Joe Soberano and to Franco Soberano and the rest of the team, to Jamie, to Joey, and the rest of the guys. Congratulations on your 21st anniversary, as well as the second, very successful second run with the Masters. Sus, nanghatag ito og cellphone, iPhone 16 og cash prizes kagahapon. Di pa kayong mga runners na to gahapon. Congratulations. Also, congratulations to El Curso sa ilang Christmas tree lighting. Yun yan, naginahina na sila abli sa mga store outlets dito sa El Curso, ito sa SRP. Congratulations. Nanay mga bagong mga tindahan nga nangabli dito. Ako nakita dito kay kaning Puma, Converse, and other brands celebrate pag Sabado ba to? Sa Biyernes. I forgot now. So many things going on. So congratulations to you guys, Hansky and the entire Il Corso team, for a very successful Christmas tree lighting fashion show, and there was a band performing. Itchy Worms ang pangan sa banda. Medyo kataanan kayo pangan ng banda sa Itchy Worms, but there was a great band. Congratulations, Itchy Worms and Il Corso, the entire Il Corso team, for a successful Christmas tree lighting of their Christmas tree. Ilang Christmas tree over the weekend. Also, congratulations to mga celebrations over the weekend. Congratulations to our good friends from Anjo World, ang man behind Anjo World, Chester Lim. Congratulations to you on your what is this, anniversary as well, right? Ikalima ka tuig ba ni ang Anjo World? Am I correct? I completely forgot now. Pila ka tuig, but congratulations to you on your 5th anniversary, and also the opening of your conference center and a brand new ride, the 5D ride. Congratulations to our friends from Anjo World, Sir Chester Lim. Congratulations, sir. This one is Wet Slippers, being adapted as a soundtrack of the movie, soon to be released movie, this December 5. I am talking about the movie Beauty and Birth. This one is Wet Slippers, Bisan Pa, on 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music.
Di suyong ang ikalimtan ka. Atun karon ako'y nagpabulba. Nga mahibalik pa, kagahapon ta, bisan pa ako ikalitan na. Bisan pa may lain ka na karon, ikaw lang gihapon ang ikong paon. Bisan pa kung kasakit ng uban mo sa iyang giliran pagkamalipayon mo ug ako anian nagkandom yawalikot basta malisin ka hangtod karon
One oh 5.1 TMC ang ato ang kabuntagon Sugbo.
Just got more
Real. Real local. Real organic. Real close to home. Real fire. TMC, the best of us fire.
From Felony, it is now 9:12 atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa ato ang Anisayta Sugbo. Kaning Pasko ba? Is it becoming too commercialized? Grabe na kayo kapang negosyo. I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter because I overheard my daughter talk about that. Nangadto mi og mall gahapon unya ningon siya nga sus kaning yung Pasko sa it is the biggest scam of all. Grabe kuno kayo ka negosyo na gid kay porte gyud daghanang tao. And of course she didn't mean it like that. What she meant was grabe kayo ka commercialized na good. So I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter, okay? Is Christmas becoming too commercialized? Is it becoming parang mura og pangnegosyo na jud guys tanan? I'd like to know your thoughts on this matter. Please text me 0999-887-6070. You can also join us on the chats on YouTube at Tops Media Center. Okay, it is now up and running. Join us on YouTube at Tops Media Center. This one is Fonzie.
I hate it that I miss you on 105.1 TMC, the best of us. Come on.
Hi, Jiggy.
Hey, good morning. Howdy,
Morning. Welcome here to Foggy. Hi, guys. Morning. How's your weekend?
Good.
Yeah. Grabe kayo ulan yesterday.
I really didn't notice it. Probably because
Were you asleep?
I fell asleep.
Last
probably.
week? I sent you some videos. There were some.
Ah, really?
Well, not necessarily. I wasn't there, but like I saw sa Revong group chat. Crazy flood everywhere, even in Talisay. Yung seaside na baha ang sulod. The second floor.
Nasudlan?
They had a leak.
Gahapon?
Yes. The second floor of seaside. I was like, wait a second, this is the second floor.
Ano yung second floor?
Leak. Leak.
Second level, you mean?
Second level, yeah, na-leak niya, nagbaha ilang ano.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's like, that's bad. Hi guys, how are you? How's your weekend, you guys? I don't know if, are there comment? I don't know, what's on in chat? So just me? Hold on. Yeah, don't chat either. Wala pa.
Wala pa. Bago na later on.
That's okay. Hi guys, morning. Nice and foggy talaga. Wow. Finally, we're matchy, Jiggy. Nag-matchy na kita ish yung colors. Brown. Oh yeah, did they daghan na kanang nag-apply for the student thing?
Murag wala mong kayo.
Wala pa
We'll probably
kaya.
extend it.
Yeah, kung meron ako siguro.
I don't know where's your microphone. Can you try?
Sure. I can give
I hate that I miss you, Fonzie.
Hello?
Hi. Oh, there, that's it.
Ato ang takna karon 16 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. Maing bungkag ni mo diha, Justin.
Hi, Jiggy. Top of the morning. And top of the morning to all our listeners.
How's your weekend? How was your weekend? I heard it was kind of wet and
It's
floody.
super floody sa Talisay. So, shout out to everyone who's living in Talisay. If you saw yesterday, grabe kayong baha, no? In fact, ang SMC side, nagbaha po ang second floor because there was a leak sa ilahang... there was a leak.
When you say second floor, kasi confusing mang yung kaya na ako para nako kanang the way they assign floor names ba?
Yeah.
Do you mean the upper level? Ikaduhang level or second floor? Good. So third level siya. Level being underground, first level, second level, third level. What do you mean by second floor? Because kuyaw kaya na siyang,
Bitaw.
kung naabot yun og second floor, pasabot na third level na in my head, right?
Okay. Yeah, bitaw, no? They have a weird... They have a different... They have the lower
Yes,
ground,
yes.
upper ground.
Yes. So,
Okay.
upper ground,
I
upper ground.
think, based on the videos I saw, I don't know if that's upper ground or second level. It's
Unsa
the
may mga tindahan na
Young Studio. Katong near the department store. Young Studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kanang a level diha.
Oh.
So
kana
when you say
maybe that's upper ground, no?
upper
Dili
ground
siya
siguro na
second.
siya. So when you say upper ground, when you say na baha, meaning to say like flood or just na leak lang, nalibasa gamay.
From the
imong
video I
video.
saw medyo I would say like more than an inch ang water
So baha
sa
gid siya.
south.
Dili lang to leak from the ceiling perhaps, right?
Yeah.
So baha gid siya.
It was leaking ang ilang ceiling, no? So maybe if we have any viewers who were there yesterday,
So
good.
daghang tao gahapon, gabi.
Based on my video, katong
Okay.
area, I guess nag-iwas ang mga tao katong area.
Okay,
So I
okay.
didn't really see if there's a lot of
Okay,
people. But I did see traffic kaayo sa road in front of Seaside. So
Okay.
the SRP mismo, super bumper to bumper, and it was nagbaha pod. So I was actually expecting today it would rain so hard, but to my surprise, when I woke up, the sky is clear, which is great, no? Which is great.
And of course you spoke too soon because when you say the sky is clear,
Not here.
when you look at the sky here at Tops,
Tanta!
it's like we're in the middle of a cloud, right?
We are in cloud 9.
Kanang view ni mong makitaan sa sud sa eroplano nga mosud ka og cloud.
This is what it looks like.
right now,
Grabe.
right? Kanang mo turbulent nagkalit
Yes,
kamay kay
super.
kaning sud og cloud.
Yeah,
So
super
that's what-
foggy up here,
that's
you
what it
guys.
looks like right now.
Yeah.
So aside from that, Justin, aside from a floody a Sunday, was it a Sunday or a Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday. So what
Yeah.
else? What else? Nag-unsa man ka sa imong weekend?
Oh, I'm so happy I finally have like somewhat a proper weekend now, no? Because usually
A proper weekend. Unsa may
proper weekend finally.
Unsa may pasabutan ng proper weekend.
Kaya in my
Pasabta ko na ko.
case,
Go ahead.
in my case, I usually have classes on Saturday and then
Okay.
ibutang nila ang mga exams sa Sunday kay mauna siyang date when all the blocks are available.
Okay.
So murag mahog ni nga wa jud ko weekend jigi Monday to Friday. It feels like I'm always out ba. Pero karon ang exam gi-move man to Friday nya walay klase pag Saturday, so because it's a no, actually, no. We did still have an exam on Saturday.
Okay.
Bisag holiday. But at least the whole Sunday, naka-rest gid ko.
Finally.
Sus!
Nakapahuway na si Justin.
Nakapahulay na gyud.
Unsa man kasi imong pagpahuway? Unsa man imong pagpahuway?
Sus!
How does Justin pahuway?
Finally, pahuway.
Okay.
Aside from
How do you do that?
aside from sleeping with all my alarms turned off,
Okay.
nagtanaw ra mig TV sa akong siblings.
Oy, so unsa man imong gitanaw nga salida kuno be?
We watched a series called Cobra Kai, murag karate.
So in English na po.
In English na po.
English kay Bisaya ta.
So sabi ako
English kay Bisaya ta.
Abi na ko mutanaw na kag salida nga binisaya
Lagi.
Justin. Abi na ko mutanaw na kag salida nga tinagalog
Na ours, our own gyud.
Katong hello love again and hello love goodbye. Abi na ko mutanaw kanong Cobra Kai man imong gitanaw.
Mao lagi. Karate man
Kaning
kuno hay.
Cobra Kai mura man ni siya og murag prequel ni siya sa Karate Kid, di ba? Kay si
Yeah,
Ralph
sequel sa-
Macchio. Kinsa na siya kanang ato ang
Ralph Macchio.
murag main star. Na ba siya dito?
Naa. He is kanang old na siya, and also si William Zabka who plays the role of
So-
ning si Johnny Lawrence katong
Yes.
iyang kalaban gid sa
Yes,
pinaka
yes.
first nga
So
Cobra Kai.
kuha ni siya
Indot siya,
kaning
Jiggy?
prequel. Siya kita naman kuha ng salida pero
Yeah.
kaning kibaw na kanato karon nga ang ato ang panginabuhi diri na sa Tops Media Center o ang ato ang ganahang may bawaan is unsa ginahitabo sa yuta. We want to put our ears on the ground, literally ears on the ground, meaning to say ganahan ta mahibaw unsa nahitabo sa ato ang iskina, sa ato ang kalibutan nganhi sa syudad sa Subo or sa Pilipinas. So mo nang wala na kay koy panahon mo tanaw
Wala na kay time.
mga ingon ana nga salida kan mga langyaw nga salida. So mo na siya Justin. So you spent your time watching Cobra Kai. What else did you do aside from that? That's it.
Yeah, pretty much nag-relax ra gid ko.
I know nga Jed is in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So murag home alone mo ani. Home alone mo ani.
Just me and my siblings.
Okay.
Mo na nag-sibling bonding ra mi tan-aw mi Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Sige ra mi katug, kaon, that's it.
So
Play with Paris, my dog.
Dili day mo kaning when the cat is away, the mouse will play.
Play. Mao na namong play. Dugay matug.
Okay.
Yeah, watch TV
Okay,
and all that.
wala ka nagagobot ang inyong balay karon nga uli sa imong amahan basig
Mausad na.
basig horror story, basig moingon na imong mama nga
Naunsa naman eh.
Walang gawin mga boss. Ako na lang kanandri
basig maana imong inahan ha.
Basir, I think so. But it's okay. I'll wait until the last day. Naghapit na sila.
Ay,
Di pa ko manglimpyo, di pa ko manghanay.
Manghampnig na mo.
Yes, later sa.
You know what? It's so funny. Over the weekend, ang atumig mall. Kunya puwertig yung daghanang tao, and I overheard my daughter say, kind of yung Pasko. So this is the biggest scam of all.
Scam? Oh no!
Grabe ko no kayo, ka-commercialized na good ba?
Yeah.
Na people are just everywhere. So how do you feel about that, Justin? Nga kaning ato ang celebration of especially sa ato ang
Christmas.
Judeo-Christian tradition kanang mga Kristiyano sa kalibutan, lain-lain mo kitag celebrate sa celebrations at different
Beliefs.
religions, different beliefs. Pero kaning the Judeo-Christian celebration that is Christmas, murag na grabe na kay ka-commercialize. How do you feel about Justin? How do you feel about the fact nga grabe kayo mga malls, perting punuan, ya, kaning grabe kay mga sale, kanang mga this and that. How do you feel about that? Do you feel this? We're asking for an opinion here. We're not judging. We're not.
Yeah.
We don't have a position on it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Ang akong pangutana, ang amo ang pangutana, ang atuang pangutana is Christmas becoming too commercialized?
Kana patay.
Ang Pasko ba sobra na kayo pang negosyo? What are your thoughts on that, Justin?
I wouldn't say it's become more commercialized. I would say nga sa una pagid na, that's always been the thing. Like I feel like people have this capitalist mindset na you always need something new. Basta Christmas mo palit gid kag new decorations, new
Yeah,
this, new
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Even though a lot of the things that they're not necessary bitaw, and that's the nature I feel like of how these companies market it nga murag.
So you don't feel like ni escalate? You feel like
No.
maorag yun yapon?
I would say it's the same. I would say maybe ni shift lang siguro of mode of, like before people would flock the malls because that's the only place where you could buy gifts, decorations. Now ni shift siya to online. I feel like
Well, actually, if you think about it, like I said, based on what I just told you moments ago, the mall is jam packed. It's full, right? So I think that mindset is not as prevalent here in the Philippines, in Asia. Kaya kanang shift sa online, that's actually the West. Most of the malls in the United States, especially, are either closed or dili siya puno.
Yeah.
Pero sa Pilipinas, sa Asia,
they're always packed.
the malls are jam packed, right?
Yeah,
In fact, I was listening to this interview from a Thai businesswoman. Naingon siya nga, unlike the West, kuno, in Asia, people love to go to the malls. In fact, in Asia, not just in Thailand, not just in the Philippines, but all over Asia, ang mga malls jam-packed. Grabe kayo siya kapuno.
I think, yeah.
So mo na siya. Kanang online shopping, that is happening too, for sure. But ganahan gyapon mo adto og mall ang atong mga kaigsuonan because I think
Yeah.
there's a sense of community, I guess, when you see.
The experience also of being able to laag it is
Yes,
different compared to
yes.
just shopping online, right?
Correct, yeah.
I mean, it's convenient also to shop online, but for most people, like myself, me and my family, we do like malling.
Yes, yes.
You know, we would joke nga, that's our, di na lang, you know how in Seaside there are these like things you can rent, kanang bitaw murag scooters or something that you
yes.
can sit down.
Uh-huh.
We do get tempted sometimes to get that, pero mo anak ko ma'am nga, maun lang gani ni atong exercise. Di naman gani ta mag-exercise.
Yes, of course.
So just walk then, if you
Okay,
can walk, no?
okay. I actually, speaking of exercise, I actually posted, I don't know if you saw that, gitagam kay kanako ang ato
Okay.
ang top of the morning gym. So akong ipakita nato atong
Imong
ruta.
routine.
Ang atong ruta.
Oh, that's
Ang atong
great.
ruta,
I have to check it out.
Ang level of elevation kay kanang di ba kanang mag-treadmill ka naman ay level of elevation from a
yes.
low of 0
To 12, I think.
12, I think. So kaning atong elevation murag 13 man siguro ni.
Mark 13 na gid
13
siguro,
siya.
no? Grabe kay
14
ka.
maning taas sa 2,000 feet good.
I like how you say the tops gym.
The top gym. So gipakita nako, but yes, kanang malling actually part of the allure for me of malling is the exercise. Good.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, kagahapon kaning it's one of those new malls nga walay lingkuranan bitaw.
Yeah.
So dili ka makalingkod, so mapugos ka og lakaw-lakaw gyud.
Wala kay choice.
Well, which is
Unless you stay good in a restaurant or something like that.
which is a good thing, right?
It is a good thing, supposedly.
Kanasang bulingkod ka og restaurant, opposite sa nas exercise ko. Instead of burning calories,
You're gaining.
gaining calories. So,
Sige, magkaon.
for me, kung ganahan ko mo-exercise, dili lang ko mulingkod. Mangita lang yung paagi. Magsandig-sandig.
Yes.
Maglingkod-lingkod sa kaning illegal nga lugar. Nga,
What's the illegal nga lugar?
kanakong lugar gud nga dili pwede lingkuran. Kanang muyaka ka sa saog. For example, badlungon ka og
Yes, or mulin
Sikyo. Oh.
mulin ka sa railings, tanaw-tanaw ka.
badlungon ka og sikyo ni motindog ag balik, right? So naabay kaning more og na mechanism for you to
Rest for a bit.
to get up ba, which is good, right? Kay mo mga atong kinahanglan gyud. We need people to nudge us into exercising, right?
Yes, that's true.
Ang sikyo mo na mo nudge na to. Hoy, lakaw na dito. Kaya dili na pwede lingkod ya.
Sir, di ba yan pwede mo standby diri, sir? That's what they say, no? You know, my grandpa would do that too. Sometimes if kapo yun, laayan na siya to sit down. Because he used to have this more electric scooter chair thing. We got him that para siyang malling.
Okay.
Sometimes kung laayan siya, he doesn't want to sit for too long. Magbarug-barug na siya, mag-lean na siya sa mga railings, tanaw-tanaw.
Correct. Oh.
Then ako ang iyang pasakyan sa sa katong scooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ang akong memory na Justin sa ako ang grandpa mag-grocery me sa Foodarama tunguna.
Oh, Fooda.
Fooda niya.
Sa Fuente, right?
Diba naman ay cart? Naman man ay cart antod karon, diba? Kanang grocery cart, diba? Mulingkod ko diya sa cart. Diba naman ay
Yes,
lingkuranan
that's
diya?
supposed to be for the kid.
Yes, namin ay lunga gali for the feet, right?
Yes,
for the legs,
yes.
right? So mulingkod ko na mag-grocery me niya. Mapili ko sa akong ganahan ka na. Junk food.
Yung wala ilabay sa likod.
Yes, so muna ako mahinom.
That's the best feeling.
Yes, with my grandparents.
Yeah.
When Fooda was still Fooda, and I think napotoy
Now it's something else. It's gold something.
pure gold. I think
Pure
it's
gold,
pure
right?
gold, yeah.
Yeah, General Maximum,
So
no?
muna siya ang experience sa Pasko, but ang akong experience sa
Christmas.
mall hinumdum ka. We were talking about this a few days ago, right? Katong white gold, di ba? White gold na. Inigadto na ko sa white gold. Moram to, that was the only mall
Yeah,
at
it
that
was big.
time. The mall at that time. So, purtis ang puno og tao. Daghan jud kay yung sagtao.
Basta Christmas
Lisod kayo
season.
parking, lisod kayo sa kayong kaning taxi or whatever. Lisod,
everything.
Purtik yung lisod agad. So, I guess this was like 30 years ago, right? Or even longer,
Wow.
40 years ago. So, I guess multiply na lang ang number of malls, right? And still the idea is still na commercialize na gid maayo ang Christmas
Basta Christmas season.
because the original celebration of Christmas maybe you can give it a little more historical perspective, Justin. Maybe we'll play a song
Kana.
and maybe you can because I know you understand Christmas. You were educated by a Christian school, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sure you have an idea, but maybe we will have a more thorough discussion on the history
Okay.
of how Christmas became this huge celebration in the world. Let us know your thoughts on the question. Ang atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo. Kaning Pasko ba? Nasubra na ba ka pang negosyo? Is it becoming more commercialized? Let us know your thoughts. 0999-8876-070.
You can join us on the chat group at Tops Media Center on YouTube on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Suppose.
Nice.
So
I can't believe it's December 2 now. Oh my goodness.
I'll ask Melchor to take a video of us.
Okay.
Because what I usually do, I post a video of our question of the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to Sugbo.
Tatong
So,
ako.
so kitang duha this time, ha?
Okay.
So, I'll ask a question and then repeat lang or whatever.
Okay.
So, ingon ko, ang atong hisgutan karon buntaga is kaning the question, and then maybe I'll ask you a little bit about it, and
Okay.
you can give like a sneak peek of an answer lang, so we can encourage our listeners and viewers to join us in the chat.
I'll find also a paraphrase na sa the question.
Yeah. Bro, did you hear something Justin?
Is
Sing ka ng-
Is Christmas has
Becoming too commercialized. Kung pang negosyo na kayong Pasko.
commercial.
Asa kay Maya ni Justin, asa kay
Sure.
Maya ang angle.
Pwede rin kung move there across ni mo.
Kanang dili magkuhan.
Okay, so I'll move here.
Sige,
Okay.
sige.
Has Christmas become more commercialized? Meaning, kung nahimo na ba siya about, has it become like somewhat a business na it's all about shopping and buying and acquiring more?
Sige. Oh, pwede ra, ane. Oh, ano. Una ni mo sa kanang ang first few seconds is dito kami duha makitaan. Sa ikaduha, ako ra. Igsultin ako ra. Paghuman igsultin niya siyara. Paghuman niya siyara, igsultin niya ana na pod. Ha? Kami na pong duha. So una kaming duha layo, sunod ako rang usa makita, sunod siyara ang usa makita, human igsultin niya kami daw makita, ha? Is that a kind of direction?
No, that's sakto na.
Okay. Ready? Mayong bungkag sa kanatong tanan. Top of the morning to everyone. I am Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbias.
Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga. Imong ipadul ang camera? Ipadul ang camera. Or imong gi-zoom? O sa gibot nimo?
Adil ni som bati. Ato na yun.
Padul lang.
Padul lang.
Sige.
Okay.
Balik. Okay. Take 2. Kaming duha. Sige. Mayong bungkag sa kanatong tanan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbias.
Welcome to 105.1 TMC. And ang ato ang hisgutan karong buntaga sa Mag-Anisay ta Sugbo is kaning Pasko ba? Nasupra na ba ni kaayo ka pang negosyo?
Kana.
What do you think, Justin?
That's the question. Has Christmas become more commercialized? Is the focus of a lot of our listeners and viewers more now on shopping, acquiring more, buying things? So that's the question. We want to know your opinion, guys. Let
Yes.
us know.
Or are we still celebrating it in its original shape and form?
Kana.
Nga mag-celebrate ang Christian world sa birth of the Savior Jesus Christ. What are your thoughts on that matter, okay? Is Christmas becoming too commercialized? The operative word, I think, is too. Nasobraan na ba? Kaya pwede naman nga, kaning nalay sweet spot, right? So kung nasobraan na ba or dili, let us know your thoughts. Text 0999-887-6070 or
Join us on our YouTube chat. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We have a live stream chat going on there, and we can see your comments in real time.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Nice.
All right.
Nice with you, Melchior. It's like it's.
Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbios.
Welcome to 105.1 TMC. And ang ato ang hisgutan ka ng buntaga sa
Nice ka na, bachita color. Finally.
Kani Pasko ba? Nasobra na. Nabili ka ayo ka.
I like the zoom of your camera. Dili siya mo shake in it.
That's the
Ka ba?
question.
Stable.
As Christmas become more commercialized, is the focus of a lot of our listeners and viewers more now on shopping, acquiring more, buying things? So that's the question. We want to know your opinion, guys. Let us know.
Or are we still celebrating it in its original shape and form? Na mag-celebrate ang Christian world sa birth of the Savior Jesus Christ. What are your thoughts on that matter, okay? Is Christmas becoming too commercialized? The operative word, I think, is too. Nasobraan na ba? Eh, pwede naman nga. Kaning nalay sweet spot, right? So kung nasobraan na ba or dili, let us know your thoughts. Text 0999-887-6070 or
Join us on our YouTube chat. That's Tops Media Center on YouTube. We have a live stream chat going on there, and we can see your comments in real time.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go, diba?
Nice. Nice. This is smart what you do nga i-post nimo kay some people will reply to the comments there man
Yeah,
gyud.
correct.
Makita gyud siya.
Because they didn't have time to especially on a Monday morning, right?
It will help when we have our YouTube stream na next time too.
Yeah. Alam na know yung inahan.
I just Hi guys, top of the morning, Wendy Chong Peña and Bert. Thank you for joining us today. How's your Monday so far? I don't know if where you're from, nabahaan gid mo. If you're from Talisay, then yeah, na-affected gid mo sa mga baha. But hopefully, it wasn't that bad for you guys.
Maayong bungang sa kanatong tanan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is.
Bungang sa kanatong tanan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbios.
Welcome to 105.C and
Nothing's for certain.
Mag-alisay na
Let's
super
make
is
the most of the time we got. Oh.
nabalik kayo ka pang emosyon. Kana. I like that.
You know what? I have to adjust. My agreeing cannot be, yeah, it should be, Bisaya ba? Kana. Mao jud. Mao jud. Bitaw no, bitaw na. I've adjusted it also.
Kana.
Kana. Hey, bonita. I wanna see you again. You got me saying. Sure, we had a good time. Nice to meet you. I know to really see you again. Make them all good times. Nothing's for certain. Let's make the most of the time we had. Hey, bonita, I want to really see you again. So we can make some more good times. Good times. Hey, bonita. Nice to meet ya. I hope to see you again. See you again. see you again.
Finally, that's round
Nothing's closer to
the best of us.
Let's make the most of the time we have.
Welcome to the Magic Hour,
And
your host, Don, where magic takes you on a trip around the world. Featuring Asia, Europe, US, and more. The Magic Hour, 12 noon to 1 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Magic Hour from 105.1 TMC.
Hi, ako si Police Officer Melvin De Carlos. To serve and protect, kanahang gisumpangan ato nga trabaho. Walang nagpili basta para sa katawan. Maong ginahanglan alerto ko pirmi. Sabay sa healthy diet o exercise, kauban na ko ang MX3 capsule. Tested and proven nga cholesterol-free o fat-free. Easy Police, kauban na ko ang MX3 ready to serve. MX3, very competitive.
Wala kang maalala ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang ulitin sa
Kung ikaw sipin na ayos na pataas, sa manago, taas ang risiko nga mahanap ng imong pananaw. Dakong hati sa pang-adlaw-adlaw nga ulo at kung sama sa pagbasa, pagsulat, o pagmaliho. Ang opting dunay lutin nga makahatag og tabang sa kahimsog sa mata, pakibatok ini sa epekto sa glaucoma, macular degeneration o katarata. Makita gyud ang kahimsog. Mabalik ang opting sa mga nakunang butika nationwide. Importanteng pahinumdum, ang opting dili tambal o dili dapat gamitong tambal sa bisan unsa nga sakit. Samtang nagkaedad at timanaan pananaw, pinaagi sa natural nga nutrisyon. Inom mo opting matag-adlaw, mapalit sa mga nagkunang butika nationwide.
Feeling stressed? You needed a staycation? Take a break and visit Crown Regency Hotel and Towers. Located on Esplanade Boulevard, Cebu City. We have over 389 newly renovated rooms, fashion rooms, Washington Chinese cuisine, Prana Medi Spa, Power Gym, and many more amenities for everyone to enjoy. For more information, visit our website at www.crownregency.com or call us at 0947-283-4026.
If food is your aim, then Guangzhou Chinese cuisine is indeed at the top of the game. New and improved authentic Chinese menu spearheaded by our Cantonese chef. We're open for dine-in and take-out, also accepting events. Temporarily located at second floor Cafe Globe Tower 1, Crown Regency Hotel and Towers. For inquiries, contact 0947-283-4026 or 332-418-8888.
Pamilya sa papagaming lang ha. Magsige yung trabaho, magsige mo ligaw. Mauna ang moto na ko sa una. Pero katugayan, kapoy di ay. Sa tunga sa tarang kakapoy, inom, kaunog labi. Apil na ang oily o fatty foods. Kinahanglan ihapon.
Maing bungkag diya, Bird!
Bert, how are you?
Kontrol, kauban na ko ang Liverage. Liverage supplement na labing maayo sa gusto nga magkaon o ehersisyo. Cheers sa lagang maayong panahon sa lahat sa Liverage. Importante ko inunom ang Liverage. Dili tambal o pilihan na nagtitong tambal sa mismo usapatan sa sakit. Ang maayong ilimnon o maayong pagkaon sa epekto ng kombinasyon. Inumalan pa ang Liverage para sa kaayuhan sa atay. Mapalit sa mga sa nasun.
Kada adlaw pagbantay kay maghatag og 100 pesos through GCash.
Follow and win 105 pesos. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of 105.1 TMC at Tops Media Center. Follow and win.
TMC. Oh, the song's perfect, guys. Okay, it's out. Mag-anisay to sa book. I was so out of social media for the entire time.
What do you mean?
I didn't see your gym post.
Kapriti na. Kapriti.
Mga kapritis.
What does kapriti mean? So we'll ask you about the original one, the original
Origin of Christmas.
the original celebration, but like, when did it? When did it? Not the origin of Christmas. The origin of Christmas celebration, but
Okay.
like
In the Philippines.
in the world.
In the world.
In the well, how did Christmas is not a Philippine construct. It's a Western
Spanish.
construct. It's the West. There's even a one that Christ was actually not born on that
Not
day,
on
right?
the right day. No.
But that's what we are, man. We're like whatever, man.
The Catholic Church in Rome began celebrating Christmas on December 25, 336 CE.
There you go.
Grabe, no?
What does CE mean? Ito?
Research.
Christian
What
something.
is CE? What is CE? In years. Common era or Christian era? Wow.
105.1 TMC ngayong Pasko from Shoti.
Shawty.
May naman mo Tagalog si Shoti sa. May na pero makasakop gyud ka nga kaning
You can tell Cebuano gid siya.
makasakop gyud ka pero
Yeah.
usahay kung dili ka suito murag kuan na palusot ra.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pero
Tanda ko.
mo na si Shoti.
Yeah, I love that song. Ngayong Pasko.
Yeah, I know, right?
Really has a cozy Christmas vibe.
Yeah, I know, right? Pero atong gisugotan ko ng butaga, Justin, is kaning Pasko nga atong i-celebrate in its
25th.
shape and form. Karong pitsa by 5 diri sa siyudad sa Sugbo. Sa tibok kalibutan, actually. Is this becoming too commercialized?
Sobrang nabalik ang kapang negosyo, right?
That's a
So
question.
before we talk about that, let's go back to day one, right? Kanus man ni nagsugod og celebrar ang kalibutan sa ginatawag nato Christmas. Kanus may gyud ni nagsugod. Justin, do you have any
Info?
historical perspective?
Yeah. So as you mentioned earlier, Jiggy, Christmas is not necessarily an Asian construct, but it's a Western construct, and na-introduce na diri sa atong nasud because of the Spanish colonialism, and then ang Americans pagyud. But the Catholic Church in Rome began celebrating Christmas on December 25th in 336 CE. So kana siyang CE is what we call as the Christian era. Right? Or the common era. So it's a period of time after the birth of Jesus, and when the Christian calendar starts to count its years.
Okay.
So grabe kadugay. It's always been the 25th.
Okay.
No, ang origin ana
Okay,
na siya.
nganong if you have information there, nganong pitsa 25 man
That's the thing.
celebrate
yeah.
ang Pasko, right? So this was started in what's that again? What year?
336 CE.
CE.
Yeah.
So 336. So mo na siyang year 336, right?
Yeah. CE, common era or
so
Christian
you,
era.
You just deduct 300 from 2024. That's how many years has elapsed, right?
Yeah.
So a little over almost 2,000 years ago.
Almost.
That was the first ever
Yeah.
celebration of Christmas. So, do you have an idea how they celebrated it? Was that there
In the past?
In the past, like katong in CE, yun
Okay.
sa man pag-celebrate sa Catholic Church ang Pasko nang nasalay Christmas tree, nasalay Santa Claus, unsa man. How did it look like?
Before, okay.
Before.
But to answer your first question earlier,
Okay.
nga no 25 ni siya. So,
Petsa 25 sa
nga, Petsa
Disyembre.
25. So, it mentions here lang sa internet, Christmas is celebrated on December 25th because early Christian leaders chose the date to overlay the birth of Jesus into existing Roman celebrations. So, unsa man digid ay ang mga existing Roman celebrations before Jesus was born?
Okay.
What did the Romans used to celebrate? So,
Okay.
at this time, sa una, winter solstice ang gina-celebrate nila, which coincided with the festival of Saturnalia.
Okay.
Saturnalia was a time of feasting and gift-giving in honor of Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture. So again,
Oh.
before Catholicism, before they started to believe in God,
Okay.
at this time, around December 25th, they used to celebrate the winter solstice or this festival called Saturnalia.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. So I want to look at now, I'm trying to search, what were the earliest Christmas traditions, no? Because that would be fun to see if we still practice them until today, right? Let's see. Earliest Christmas traditions.
Mayong bungkag sa ato mga kaigsunan nga naana sa YouTube, Tops Media Center, to Wendy Chong, to Bert. Ang atong pangutana karong buntaga is this: is Christmas becoming too commercialized? Ang ining Pasko sobra na kayo kapang negosyo. What are your thoughts on that matter? And is there a way to scale it down? Is there a way to de-escalate it, or
To minimize that?
You're fine like this? What are your thoughts on that? Of course, if you think about it, Justine, nobody can beat capitalism, right? I mean,
The king capitalism.
Yes, I mean,
yeah. But for ano lang, just for discussion's sake, when we
Okay.
say something is commercialized, it has to do with it being like it's too focused on a business, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
everything in itself now is a business. And
Yes,
Christmas, a lot of companies now make money out of, for example, the fact na you mentioned earlier, mga malls, grabe kay ka busy,
Yes, yes.
everyone's shopping, basta Christmas season in
Yes.
particular. So the question now, has that become like the main focus for people? Is
Yes,
everyone's focused now on buying and acquiring new things? So in that sense, have we truly lost the essence of Christmas? Ang true shape and form,
Yes.
ang true celebration ba, is it focused now on who can buy the most gifts, who can provide the most foods,
Yes,
Noche
yes.
Buena?
This is actually
Diba?
also we can reshift the focus and talk about something else and still have the same conversation. Kaning
Yeah.
sinulog, for example. Kaning
Okay.
sinulog, they were saying it was too commercialized, right? There was a time nga mura uga ang mga floats kay naay mga picture sa produkto, or you know, it's a brand. I don't know if they were able to de-escalate the commercialization of another religious celebration, which is the sinulog, right? Were they, or were they not able to de-escalate it? Because I remember before, na makakita ako og kaning, let's just say, an image of the product perched on the float, for example, right? And combine sa image sa Santo Niño and all of that stuff. So I don't know if it's still prevalent. So parehar na siya nga they were trying to
De-escalate it.
de-commercialize
Oh, sorry.
and de-escalate sinulog by it's having certain sets of rules, and I think the same can be applied to this other religious celebration, which is Christmas, right? So is there a way for us to scale it down? Are you fine the way it is? We'd like to know your thoughts. That's what
Yeah.
we're asking, because we don't have a position on this matter yet. 0999 887-6070 mo ka na nga tong text number, or you can go to YouTube at Tops Media Center and join Bert and Wendy Chong and everyone on the tubes.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you got there, Justine?
There's so many articles about it, but they're mostly on mostly on kanang murag personal experiences.
Okay.
And a lot of them, I'm trying to find more recent ones, because a lot of these studies are from the 1980s pa,
Okay.
or 2024.
Okay.
One moment, I had something here
Okay.
about the commercialization. So
By the
there's-
way, happy birthday to my Tio Ellie. I think
Happy birthday.
My Tio Ellie is, I think, 89 or 90 years old.
Wow.
Oh my God. So, kani siya, iyang mga anak naakaroon sa syudad sa Sugbo. Kanilang anak, wala na siya anak nga nasa Cebu. Kadaghanan,
Where are they naman?
na nasa Gawas o nasa Manila ang usa. So, si Angie, Serna Dael, nasa Cagayan ba ni siya? Asa na siya na base karon. Ang iyang mga ubang anak nasa America, sa Australia, and all of that stuff. You know, the perfect microcosm, this family of the Filipino family, Justine. Nga, ang ilang mga iyang mga anak, nagyo nahibilin diri. Ako, in my case, ako na lang
Ikaw na
nahibilin
lang,
diri.
yeah.
Nga akong do kay igsoon na nasa America. So this is
Yeah.
like a representative of the Filipino family, right? So back to the question. So what do you got there?
Is Christmas becoming more commercialized? So there's this opinion from Dr. Ruth McLean Nugent. She is an associate professor of history in the Catherine Reese Pamplin College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences
Okay.
in Augusta University. So sa US ni siyang study. However, she mentions daw nga, first and foremost, it completely dilutes the original intention of the holiday's origin. And this not only applies to Christmas, but to every holiday that has been rampantly commercialized. So
Okay.
according to this professor, Christmas is now becoming more commercial, and the popularization of Christmas, especially in the United States, all begins with advertising. Hence, they have mga big holiday events like kanang mga Macy's parade and the like, no? So then ingon siya nga, it being commercialized dilutes the spirit and meaning of the holiday season, and it sounds cheesy, but it's true. And I see this, Jig, not only for Christmas season. I feel like there's something about Western tradition sometimes that, as mentioned here, dilutes the true meaning of the season. Like, I feel like if you ask kids nowadays, kanang mga Gen Z Alpha, Skibdi, Riz, Ohio kids now, try to ask them, your mga nephews, nieces, ask them, what do you think Easter is about? And I'm like 80% sure they'll tell you it's about the Easter bunny. Right? If you ask them, what is Christmas about? Sadly, there might be a huge percentage of the kids right now who say it's about Santa Claus and it's not really about the birth of Christmas, Jesus Christ. Or when you ask them, what is November? What is a holiday celebrated in November? They'll probably say Halloween and not All Souls Day or All Saints Day. So I don't know what it is about these Western traditions, siguro, that have masked the true meaning, especially for those who believe in Catholic beliefs. Unsa man gid ang Catholic beliefs
or any religious celebration for that matter, right?
Kana.
Nga murag musakay gyud ang kuana, but see, the thing is, I'm curious if you have an insight on this. Akong nabantayan is there like a commercialization, let's say, of a Muslim celebration? Murag wala man siguro, di ba? Let's say, for example, ang ilahang
mga Ramadan
and all of that stuff, right? Well, but I don't notice anything murag mahimo siya commercial, right? It's
maybe because the nature of
really like
fasting manggod is
it's really like a Christian thing, right?
Maybe because the nature of fasting, correct me if I'm wrong, and if we have any Muslims listening or those who have Islam beliefs listening, top of the morning to you. But my take on it is, like there's a strong kanang difference gud ba for those who are celebrating Ramadan and all the other celebrations of my Muslim beliefs. I noticed that the nature of fasting in itself is abstinence magud. It's not acquiring more. In fact, it's so capitalism is bali.
The ending of that is a celebration. Ang mga una na sila after that, so they could celebrate. Possibly man.
Pero naghan sila restrictions man said good on as to what they can celebrate. In fact, for those who celebrate Ramadan, even as much as spraying perfume is prohibited. You know, you cannot allow yourself to smell perfume the senses.
But that's during the fasting phase,
during
right?
the fasting.
But at the end of that, isn't there like a big feast there?
There is a feast, but I think they're still prohibited for eating some sorts of food, no?
Religion has always been about prohibition. Also in the Catholic, in the Christian faith, there's always prohibition about you can't do this, you can't do that.
But I would say sa Catholic faith,
culture of provision, culture of provision, culture of holding back. That's what
abstinence
that's what religions do. They're like rules, a set of rules for you to follow, right?
Yeah, but do you think that Catholic rules for Christmas? What are the Catholic rules for Christmas? Like, I wouldn't say it's as, there aren't any provisions specifically on Christmas. You can't do this, compared to Muslim tradition. So maybe that is why capitalism is not really inherent in their nature of fasting or abstinence.
Maybe because the origin of the Muslim tradition is not the West. Maybe.
No, it's not.
Right?
Diba?
So maybe that's part of that. Maybe murag built in na siya ang Western traditions of capitalism.
In acquiring more and more and more.
In Christian celebrations. Maybe that's why Muslim celebrations don't have much capitalism or commercialization. But we could be wrong, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Especially if you are of the Muslim persuasion, right? Persuasion. I'd like to know. Unsa man imong tanawan ni kaning are there Muslim celebrations that have been infiltrated by capitalism, by commercialization, or not, right? But we could be wrong, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So let us know.
Guys.
I'd like to know your thoughts on that matter. Maing bungkag ni mo diya, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan Chu. Top of the morning. Thank you for joining us.
And speaking of Christmas, Justine, you know what? Ang atong wa mo gyud mga budget, Justine, sa?
Not so much.
Ang ato ang regalo ra gyud sa atong mga kaigsuunan. Kani ra gyud kanang mga kanta ra gyud, mga dalit ra gyud.
Oh yeah.
Kani usa sa atong mga regalo sa atong mga kaigsuunan diri sa Pilipinas, diri sa syudad sa Sugbo ug tibuok isla sa syudad sa Sugbo, Cebu province, and everyone listening to us right now. Kani ra gyud mga
Christmas songs.
Binisayang bahandi. Gikan ni siya ni Susan Fuentes. Mananaygon.
Woo!
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. I finally found an article. One of the reasons daw that could contribute to the pagka-materialistic is the competitive nature of gift giving.
You're saying?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Na article diri ba that says one of the things that can contribute to the capitalism of Christmas
Oh.
is the competitive nature of gift giving.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. At least na ko ma-add later on. Consumerism. Okay.
Pero nindot kayo nagipang buhat ni, I don't know if you notice this, but nakabantay ka sa kanan ni Magramag Iklaman.
Really? Ako wala na add sa ako ang wallet, ha? I already added it, add to profile.
I was about to say something. You're saying something?
Ah, wala. I got another article to refer. Dapit is dapit. Fast version.
Pero paano mo ganagot? Like, that's also very human, but we always romanticize the past, right? Right? We always think that the past was better
Then now,
than
like
now,
the
right?
good old days.
That's actually a very human thing, diba? Based on the metrics of what progress is, based on minimizing suffering, right? Maximizing well-being. We actually live the best of times now, right? In terms of-
Supposedly, we're more technologically advanced.
We're healthier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have all the levers of society to inspire us. But we always look at the past and think that it's better because that's just the way our brain works, romanticizing the past, right? So I guess that's part of that, right? Grabe naging commercialized, but
But is that only because we feel like before was better than now? And that's
yeah. We always think that the past is
Was
better.
better than
Always
now.
give up. Like
Okay.
because
Why is that? Best of times wala taro.
romanticizing the past. I don't know, man. That's just me.
That's a good point too. How come it's blurry when I share it?
Blurry when you share it?
Yeah, hold on.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to share here on the side of the
No.
Again, I get it. I think it's just my data. Let's put it to the-
Ano, what data? Why are you using data?
I haven't connected yet. There we go.
Okay.
Soon na I forgot na. I'll put the link to our YouTube. Join the YouTube link. Wait, saan naman ito? Tops Media Center. Copy link.
Actually, if you think about it, Christians, mga Catholics especially, we don't have too many restrictions with our
We don't.
religion.
In
But
general.
not the restrictions, but we don't. It's like they call it Catholicism, like Christianity light.
Minimal.
Yeah. Like so, dili kay ta mo practice sa mga restrictions. But if you look at if you really look at the scripture and all that, so there's so many restrictions. We just don't follow it because we modernized it also, right? And all that.
To fit our to
Yeah,
fit.
yeah. Kaya kanang lang kung kanang ka ng mga Muslim mo kanang what do you call that thing that they wear? The women?
Hijab. But hijab.
Hijab, oh, kanang
Cover.
you can't see their faces, right?
Some, a lot. When I went to Malaysia,
Yeah.
I was surprised, Jiggy. I was like the only person dito nga wala ka hijab. Everyone there was hijab.
I hope you weren't wearing anything sexy.
At first, I was wearing shorts and I realized people keep staring at me. And I remember I was video calling my friend in the pool and she was like, "Girl, why are you wearing pants in the pool?" I'm like, "Everyone here wears pants in the pool." They have a special, they sell swimsuits nga hijab. Like, hijab siya nga, long sleeve nga. But people
So
swim.
you never got any tips on what to do in Indonesia?
In Malaysia, wala.
In
Wala naman
Malaysia?
sad sila na, they didn't mind, pero I was also like, grabe.
But that's scary though. Like if everybody's wearing hijab and you're not,
I was the only one.
That's
You look
scary.
into a crowd, you can see all of them, all colored hijabs. I'm the only one with actual
that's
hair.
what I'm saying, man. That's scary, right?
Well, not really scary. I found it.
Yeah, if you think about it,
Oh, that's another business.
if the men are used to seeing women fully clothed, imagine how they
How
would look
they
at
would
you.
react.
That's scary.
Pero in fairness, wala naman sa, it was the women that would look at me, not really the men. The men are okay naman.
105.1 TMC with the Jiggy Juice. Right across me is.
Just
Morning, guys. How are you?
And that was a beautiful Christmas
song.
from Susan
Ako si
Fuentes.
Angela. Ako si Nano.
Yes.
Ako si Mama Amor.
Okay.
you.
Yes. Kanang
Mga kanta ni Susan Fuentes na kinumdum jud ko ana pagabata pa nako, Justin. Nga maminaw mi ana og cassette tape. Cassette tape baka wala pa man toy CD ni adtong una,
At that time.
wa pa toy internet, wa pa toy Spotify. So maminaw mi og Christmas songs using a cassette tape. And kanang kanta kada Pasko gyud mapatukar gyud
Kana gyud siya nga
ni
song.
Mama kaning Susan Fuentes. So nindot kay na siya mo na ato ang regalo sa atong mga kaigsuunan.
That's what we can give you guys.
Mga binisayang bahandi, right?
The best Bisaya tracks na Christmas songs.
Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa top of the morning sa atong Mag-anisay ta Sugbo. Kaning Pasko na sobra na ni ka pang negosyo or okay ra mo ani? Is Christmas becoming too commercialized? Let us know your thoughts. What do you got there, Justin?
Yeah, so I've got this article from 2022. So
Okay,
I think it's a
okay.
little bit more recent. So
Okay.
this article talks about what are the factors that would make or that are making Christmas a little bit more of a capitalist holiday. So capitalist in such a way that the focus is more on acquiring more, meaning ang focus kay pamalit og mga bag-ong mga gamit, always on trying to get the best food, and it's more on business na ba, not so much on the spirit of Christmas in itself. So it says here that the competitive nature of gift giving can create a superficial bond between people. So ang kanang idea bitaw nga kailangan panindot tayo og gifts bitaw, like you have to get someone the gift that they like and it has to be better than last year.
Okay.
Kanang idea bitaw nga hala nindot biya to akong gipalit for her last year, so I have to get her a better gift this year. Or I bought biya gifts for all my cousins last year, so this time dili pwede nga Christmas nga wala koy gift, so I have to keep buying, right? So the practice of exchanging gifts also can prioritize materialism over sentimentality, right? So material wealth then is a sign man good of success in the capitalist
Yeah.
society. So with
Absolutely,
this mentality, ang katong capable of buying the most gifts is the most successful person in your family,
yes,
for
yes.
example, or in your society, in your group of friends, group of friends,
There's
right?
another way of looking at it, of course. You can also be looking at it as the person is the most generous, right?
Kana pod.
Which is-
Kani siya buutan ka generous.
kayo,
Oh.
diba? That's another way of looking at it. In fact, sa ato ang society karon, kanang buutan ang pasabutan na generous.
Generous, not actually.
Buutan kay to si congressman kay nang hatag day kwarta, di
Oh,
ba?
ayuda.
Ayuda, di ba? So mo na siya ang atong measure of
Oh, yeah.
generosity, right?
How much you can give.
Nasa kay ginatawag na to political capital nga nang hatag ka, so in the future kung
You have favors.
kay nanglan ka naipabor na kay, for example, butari kurunbi. Ana, di ba? So dito gyud ka mohatag sa imuhang boto sa tao nga generous, di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. So
especially kanang in the developing countries nga ato ang kinabagan sa atong mga kaigsuunan kaning wala pay ability to buy gifts or wala pay ability, wala pay financial capabilities, ang ilahang pananaw sa tao nga mohatag nila og butang, usa ka butang kinanglan kay nila, which is kwarta, is generous, di ba? Di ba?
because it's what you need, and at the same time, it feels like this person is like
Yes.
really cares about you, no? So
Yes.
then the sentiment is really attached to the material things.
Yes, of course.
Right? So with that kind of mentality, Bitaw Jiggy,
Yeah.
buying grand, expensive gifts shows how much you care about someone.
Yes,
so then
absolutely,
the idea of like the how special a gift is in its sentiment unta, and how much like you mean,
Yeah.
and what you feel like it represents to a person.
But isn't generosity also about not how much you give, but how much you have left, di ba?
Yeah.
Posible man nga puburi ka unya mohatag yapon kag regalo nga mura og nakautang ninong ka anang butanga, di ba? Or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or possibly sa mohatag ka og auto og balay, pero zillionaire man ka, billionaire man ka, so kanay mo
So,
auto
it's
og
fine.
balay, mura ra nagmag. You know what I mean?
For you.
In the scheme of things ba, in your financial capacity ba.
Right.
So kanang mag mahal na kayo na para sa tao nga walay kwarta. Pero ikaw nga billionaire ka,
It's
ang balay
nothing
of
for you.
auto is nothing for you. It's even cheaper than a mug in the scheme of things for you. So ana man ta na supposedly, di ba? So that's, I think the essence of that is sacrifice, right?
Yeah. So when you focus on values, special values like that, sacrifice, understanding the deeper meaning behind gifts, not the material item itself, but the hard work, for example, or the thought that counts behind that gift,
Okay.
no?
The history of gifts. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. Okay, katong
Why do we give gifts?
The story of Christmas is katong natao to si Jesus in Jerusalem, right? Naman to yung mga tulo ka hari, di ba? Nga nahatag nila og regalo, right? So is that the origin of
Yeah.
gift giving? Am I making this
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
or is that correct? Is that the origin of gift giving?
Yeah, based on my what I remember from Catholic beliefs class,
Okay.
that is one of the origins of gift giving. No, the three kings follow the northern star
Okay.
that led to the manger where Jesus was born,
Okay.
and it's a testament and it's a representation of, although these kings have everything, they were willing to give something for Christ that was born. They believed in that. No, they believed that he was a savior, and no matter how much they had, even if they were kings and they had the
Okay.
authority over people, they bowed down to the Christ that was born.
Nakainumdum pa ka sa regalo sa tulo ka hari.
Oh my goodness.
Hala, mir. Okay, o sige nang mir. Dili na beer, ha? Mir. Unsa nang
Myrrh. Isn't that like a kind of spice, or is it like a
Okay, a
scent?
mir. Okay.
Frankincense, right?
Okay, not beer, but mir.
Myrrh.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like an element, like a rock or something. I
Okay,
forgot.
whatever,
Myrrh.
okay.
Frankincense, right?
Frankenstein? What?
Frankincense. Frankincense.
Unsa? Unsa man nang frankincense?
Kanang it's like a bato nga na siya certain scent.
Okay.
Kana I think you
Sana
can.
all.
Okay.
And then I don't know the last one. Gold?
The last one.
Was it
What?
gold?
What? Gold?
I don't know, guys.
Oh, no.
Hold on, let me check.
no.
I want to make sure my facts are enough.
Hey, you guys, you gotta help us out. What were the first 3 gifts ever
Kana.
given to the first ever Christmas, right? By the 3 kings, right?
Yeah.
So tulo ka buk mga regalo nga gihatag sa tulo ka sa muka ni Cooper. Hi. Kaning what are the 3 gifts that were given in the first ever Christmas? Let us know.
Kana.
I would
What
like to know your thoughts on that matter. Palihog ko og text 0999-887-6070. You can go to the chat group at Tops Media Center. Join Zyric Leona, top of the morning to you.
Maadjong top of the morning, Jiggy and Justine. Hi.
Zyric Leona, taga-Bujol ni siya. Si
Taga-Bujol.
Ryan Chu, top of the morning to you. Kani si Ryan Chu, gikan sa nagbuhol ko no.
Oh, okay.
Si Bert ug si Wendy Chong Peña.
Peña.
Daghang salamat sa
Hi,
inyo ang
guys.
pag-apil sa among kalihukan diri sa buntag. Ato ang top of the morning with Jiggy Juice.
And Justine Narvios.
This one is Cookies on 105.1 TMC.
the best of us.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah.
I didn't know. What is mere even? Oh my god, hold on.
It's like beer but
Bato?
for girls. Beer man.
Mere. It's a plant. It's a plant. It looks weird. Looks like a bato. Look.
What's that? It's like a
Near.
What's that?
It's a plant daw.
I'm gonna say spice.
It's a tree. Oh, you can chew it there. Hold up ni bay. Ambiin mo kwarta kung di ka manahan mamatay. Nahan mamatay. Frankincense is from a tree also. It's like a... Oh, pwede din yung perfume? I actually want to smell it. Kumuto ni. It's from a tree also, okay. Hold up ni bay. Sa gamay. Aming imong kwarta kung di ka ganahan mamatay. Hold up ni bay. My phone, you know. Remote. Dahil sa Sibodok, dito na siya nag-aagatan. An account followed me, Jiggy. Look at this. Selling labubus. Like, you order, like, it's a labubu, ano.
You're talking about the boo, right?
DTI registered. Oh my goodness. Kung di ka ganahan, mamatay. Hold up ni bay. Luyo sa Sibodok.
105.1 TMC with the Jiggy Juice.
And Justine Arbios.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, we're here. Hi guys, top of the morning.
Yes, atong hisgotan karong buntaga is
Christmas.
Pasko.
Kana.
Is it becoming too commercialized? Sobra na kayo pang negosyo. You know what, Justine? You mentioned we were talking about gifts, right? And the Three Kings and all of that stuff in the first ever supposedly
giving.
Christmas, right? It wasn't called Christmas back then. It was called something else, I'm sure. It wasn't called by any name for that matter, right? It was just a
Yeah.
thing
A
that they
celebration.
did, right? A celebration of sorts. Anyway, makabantay ka. I'm trying to inhabit the other side. I'm trying to inhabit
What's the other side?
The businessman, the capitalist mind, right? Ang ilang gibuhat is katong mga elements of Christmas. Let's just say kanang manger, right? Kanang
The animals in the manger,
The
the-
name itself, Christmas, right? It's got the name of Christ in there. So instead of you look at it as too commercialized,
Okay.
you can also make a statement and like this. Now it is being magnified, right?
Okay.
Now, they're making the whole world know about such
Celebration.
obscure and lonely celebration thousands of years ago in Jerusalem, right? Nobody knew of the event. I mean, there was only a few people who knew about that. Now the world knows
about
about
it.
this celebration. So in a way, an argument can be made that Christmas is becoming more universal, more global, thanks to the capitalist mind, right? Right?
That's a positive way of looking at
That's
it. No?
another way of
the
looking-
celebration in
yeah.
itself is magnified.
Yeah, so
Globalized.
Ikaw nga, you've never heard of Christianity because there are still corners of the world who don't know anything about Christians, right? Don't get me wrong, guys, but there are parts of the world that know nothing of whatever it is that you believe in, right? And they probably believe in something else, right? So karon ay noon nga grabe kayo ka popular ang Pasko. Everybody knows about it, right?
Everyone knows about Christmas.
Of Christ,
Whether you
also,
celebrate
right?
it or not. Yeah.
Yes. So that's another way of looking at it. That instead of looking at it as being too commercialized, you actually are being popularized, right?
And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yes, of course, and I think uh, uh, a lot of religions, their main mo is really spreading it, right? Is really evangelization, right? Is spreading the word. Mo mo gina
Ang focus for a lot of religions.
especially
Sa toa.
the Christian Roman Catholic version, right? It's really about evangelization. It's really about spreading the word. So kanin ay noon.
And what better way to do that
Exactly.
than to have the whole world celebrate it as
Yes.
like a phenomenon,
Yes.
no? Okay.
So if I were a specific religion in this case, kung ganahan ka nga mukatag ang imuhang faith, then maybe you should take advantage. Use this popularity and spread it as much as you
As
can.
you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's your faith, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So in that sense, capitalism and the globalization through
Of Christmas.
through like consumerism in a concept,
Yeah.
it's not only spreading the fact that you must buy this product, but
Yes.
it's spreading the ideal, and that
Yes.
can be a good thing.
Yes.
The main message
Yes.
behind it,
Correct.
no, shines through.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, supposedly that's the way it is.
That's not the way of looking at it.
So when does it become unhealthy? That's the question. When I think when it becomes unhealthy is when you're focused too much on buying the products,
Okay.
decorating, buying the gifts and all that. Consumerism, getting trying to have as much as you can, but forgetting the true meaning and the essence
Okay.
that is present even without all that, even without the gifts. No, that's the point of that supposedly.
Okay.
Even without, like I would say. The glory of Christ being born
Okay.
is not dependent on the gifts that the three kings gave. No, it's not the fact na the gift giving is just a symbol for that of how much they worship. Right? So kanina nangutan na ta sa itong mga viewers and our listeners.
Yes.
What are the three gifts? The first, the original
Yes, yes.
manito, manita.
No. I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, huh? You mentioned those three things, right? What were they again?
Myrrh,
Myrrh.
frankincense,
Okay.
and gold.
Okay, these are three kings. Again, we talked about how the essence of generosity is really not how much you gave, but how much you have left. I feel like those three kings were quite cheap. To be honest with you,
You feel like kulang pa ni ilang gift?
Lord kings, man.
Oh
Why are you
my
giving
goodness.
the Christ, the Savior, or
Kana ra.
whatever you called him at that time? Those things only. Nga naman, wako kasabot.
Kana raman.
Kiniripot maning tulo ka hari.
Hala.
Nga naman, abe, pasabta ko nuko.
Well
Isn't
said.
the essence of generosity how much you have left? Shouldn't they have given
Way more?
like half of the kingdom or most of the kingdom
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Ngano
ka na
nganong
ramang
katura
natulog
may
gifts,
gihatag
right?
sa mga hari? Ngano man kuno
I like how you're like, they're kuripot, they're kuripot.
Kinuripot man ni sila. Ngano
Yeah.
man? Ngano man?
Guys, let us know your opinion first. Top of the morning to Jerry Tansingko, my
Oh!
bungkag by Jigs, he
Yes.
says on our YouTube chats.
Let us know, please.
So let us know your opinion, guys. Jiggy says that the three kings were quite kuripot daw sa
Yes.
paghatag og gifts.
Hari good to sila.
Hari good to sila. Ngano gold, frankincense, and myrrh
Oh.
ilang gihatag
Nganong
ni
katorman?
Jesus. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let us know. As we celebrate the second day of December today
23, no. Yeah, 23 days left.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us!
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, they could have given more. Not really mga symbol, what they symbolized, but, to be honest.
This is gonna. We're talking about Napa Valley. This is like the Napa Vineyard.
Oh, where is it?
In when I was in California, in San Francisco.
Wow.
That's the
Yeah, brewery for, kanang for grapes?
mga vineyards, gid ba?
Wow.
And then no. That's like a vineyard.
You visited that one?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And you can't. You don't have enough time to visit all of the vineyards because there's so many.
My teacher in high school, so cute. Posted his morning routine is
Wow.
listening to us on the radio.
Pakuan na siya, pa-input na siya.
Yeah.
But the detective is Mike Bukas sa kanang pagbalaan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host.
Top of the morning.
It's still surreal to me, man, when I hear myself speak in Binisaya.
Me,
It's still surreal to
me
me.
too.
Go on.
Me too. I feel like I have to get better, but not even that good yet.
No, we're not even close to good, but
Nah,
it's just surreal. But
it becomes more natural the more you practice it.
absolutely, man.
So I'm glad you're good.
Mike Bukas sa kanang pagbalaan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host.
No, wala na ni-reply mo teacher. When I ask the question, wala na siya. Kaya naman ko, I'll share your input, sir. Wala lang tumawag. He just will be like, no, I just want to listen today, Justine. I don't want to say anything.
I don't want to think.
Why you close the store?
You know, you should make a song that's like
About Christmas?
about your course about law, and all of it are answers to law questions, and you just listen to the
It's
song.
a cheat code.
It's a cheat code.
That way, all my classmates will have no choice but to stream it.
Exactly.
Because, and of future years too.
105.1 TMC. Ngayong Pasko,
Ngayong
Romel
Pasko.
Tumico.
Yeah, this Christmas. I'm really excited for Christmas,
And
you guys.
speaking of Christmas, I've got some great news for you, especially if you're in the market for buying furniture.
Kana.
How about that?
For the
huh?
new year.
Furniture lovers. I mean, who doesn't love furniture, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This is for you. It is the
Sale
sale.
you've been waiting for. It's time for the Living in Style Mega Year-End Sale, and it's bigger
Woo!
than ever. From December 1, it started yesterday until December 15, up to 50% off on select furniture pieces. That's right, upgrade your living room, transform your bedroom, or revamp your dining area for less. Visit the Living in Style showroom at the second level of Park Mall, Mandaue City, from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. and online at livingandstyle.store. Okay, living and then ND, living and style. That's
Living and style.
livingandstyle.store, okay? But wait, there's more!
More?
Shop in store, shop in store rather, for a chance to win exciting giveaways. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to save big and in the year-end style, Living in Style sale. Hurry on down to Living in Style, where elegance meets unbeatable value. This is at the second level of the Park Mall in Mandaue City. Per DTI Fair Trade Permit number R7CB 1009 series of 2024. It is now 10:28.
Woo!
Ang atong hisgutan kanang buntaga is kaning Pasko na sobra na ba ni ka pangnegosyo?
Kana. Has it become too commercialized?
Has capitalism taken over the celebration that is
Dun, dun,
Christmas?
dun.
Let us know your thoughts on that
Yeah.
matter. But my point earlier, Justine, let me reiterate that, is that instead of looking at it na sobrang naka-commercialize, na popularize na noon. That means kung salesman pa ka, kung imuhang gibaligya
Yeah.
kaning nga produktuha, in this case Christianity, the faith, then inikpanoktok nimo dili na foreign ang imuhang produkto, kay kibawa naman sa noon sa ning Pasko, di ba? Pareha ra gud nag kaning jingle kung na kay negosyo, for example. Unya ang imuhang jingle gipatokar nimo sa 105.1 TMC, sig balik-balik. So ang mga tibok tibok sugbo nakibaw na sa jingle nimo. So yung panoktok nimo, manoktok ka, mamaligya ka og produkto, katong nadunggan ako sa 105.1
what I heard
TMC.
on the
Familiar
radio?
man to siya.
Okay.
So dili na so man
It's not foreign and
It's
it's
not
something
fo-
more
Oh.
acceptable na for you.
so mo na
no?
siya ang imong produkto, which is
The Christmas products, for example.
pardon me for calling it a product, but what I'm saying is your faith becomes more popular now. So
The idea in itself
yes,
can,
yeah.
it becomes widely accepted.
so it's easier for you to spread the word, right?
That's a positive way of
Yeah.
looking at it, no?
Yes. So what do you think of that?
Yeah. No, I think that's right. Whenever corporations or companies are selling products, they're not just selling the products in themselves, they're selling the idea
The
behind
idea,
it,
yeah, exactly.
right? And so in a positive light, when we practice Christmas consumerism, mamalitag mga Christmas decorations, and it's also a way of saying we support the belief of Christmas.
Yeah,
And
the fact that even non-Christian countries celebrate Christmas
Kana, yeah.
is a demonstration of how successful
The-
Christianity is, right? Right?
The beliefs in
Yeah.
itself they've spread, no?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one way or another, curious magid ka about
Yeah,
that. No?
correct.
The thing I would think of would be how different companies, for example, as simple as mga coffee shops,
Yeah, yeah.
mga limited edition Christmas drinks, no?
Yeah.
So even if you don't necessarily believe in Christmas, when you support those kinds of products and you buy them, curious man sad ka about that, no?
I got that warm and fuzzy feeling every time I go to my favorite coffee shop
Yeah.
and I hear Christmas songs and I have coffee on a rainy day, right?
No. I think you're missing the point
Yeah,
of
yeah.
your favorite. I know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Kung wala in tao
Yeah.
dito.
No, but
I know you don't like the
Yeah,
samok.
I know, right? But still, it's I'm less sapotun.
Oh, okay.
During that time of the year, Christmas season.
Okay. So
When
you're forgiving daghang kay tao.
I'm more forgiving of more people because I'm used to more people in a cafe during Christmas time.
Okay.
And they serve like Christmas themed drinks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I never drink them.
Oh, you never go for like mga
No,
cinnamon
because
mga
it's
Christmas
too
cookie.
sugary. It's
Oh
like
yeah, sugar is the enemy for Jiggy.
sugary side, right? If you drink that, but I still like looking at it,
And the smells are different
and
too.
I always ask my kids to say, "Why did you order that? You know, you're still young. You're not gonna die of diabetes yet. You know what I mean?" So
Is that why you let them order it, or ganahan sa kamutilaw?
especially Vaughn. Vaughn, my son, is like the perfect example of somebody who wants to experiment on the food. Every time he looks at a menu, his eyes just go wide open. And he says, I want to try this. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah,
What is that?
yeah. That's the way it should be.
He always experiments on the food. Ako, I'm the type
Kato
of...
mga limited edition, yeah.
Something...
Kala mga new bestseller, mga ana.
And then if it's like a favorite restaurant, and then he says, wali ko kita niya itong so many.
Let me try this.
Let me try that. So
But
you see-
ikaw, Jiggy,
No, I always order the same thing over and over and over
Oh
again.
my goodness.
Because I'm boring like that.
You know what, Jiggy?
When it comes to food.
Just a little side comment.
Yeah,
I feel like you have so much similarities with my sister Jaden.
yeah.
She's like that too. Every time we go to a coffee shop, she'll always get the same thing.
Okay.
Di pa gyud siya musalig sa mga bestseller. You know
Of
why?
course.
Kaya according to her, mo na siya nga, that is kind of, she doesn't ask like, what's your bestseller? Like, she doesn't ask the opinion. Kaya unsaon daw na niya ang opinion sa barista. She's like,
Yeah.
that's their opinion, not
Yes.
my opinion,
Yes.
no?
And-
Ako bali, I would go for the limited edition ones, kid, the new ones.
And bestseller means most profit.
Yeah.
Could be, right?
Could be, but not necessarily the most lami.
Yeah. It could be.
Ako, I trust man.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to
It-
suggest.
It could be in a meeting before the store opens, the manager would say,
Kanilang
if somebody asks for bestseller,
say
tell
this.
them this. Because this product gives us the most profit.
O kani daghan pa kay tag stock ani dapat mahurot na.
Muna importante kayo
That's what it means.
mag-surf ka sa internet
Oh my
tanawon ning
goodness.
unsay mga input sa mga customers nila dito, di ba?
Oh yeah.
So,
But anyway,
yeah,
that's in the context of mga Christmas specials,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
And we're talking about everything Christmas right now. You know, consumerism. The question sa atong onisay tasugbo is,
Yes.
has Christmas become, what's the word? More
More
commercialized.
Has capitalism taken over Christmas?
Kana.
Or you feel like this is just about right? Let us know your thoughts. 105.1 TMC on your FM dials, of course. So you
Yeah.
can text 0999 887-6070. You can also go to YouTube.
Join us on our YouTube chats. That's Tops Media Center. Watch our live stream. Lahat naman good ni YouTube chats, guys, because aside from when the music's off, we get to have like more intimate conversations with you guys. We can see your comments in real time. Yeah. Mas lingaw sa ng conversation that way, no?
Kibaw ka ang akong ganahan nga Christmas gift na gyud, Justin?
What? Let me guess. Coffee.
No.
Oh, what?
Ang gasolina mo barato.
Kana. That's a good Christmas
Kaya
gift.
naghuwat kada labay na ko gasoline station magtan-aw ko kung pila na pesos gasolina niya.
Magsige ra- increase man?
Magasaka, di ba?
Yeah.
Kano sa kanina zero sa?
Warag di pag yun, no? For the meantime, let's listen to this song na lang.
Gasolina. 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Murag dugay pa na, Jiggy. That's not going down. Gasolina.
Sige, what did you ask your folks to buy in Japan?
I asked for kanang limited flavor. I'm not allowed to have chocolates na because of my migraine. But it doesn't count man siguro kung matcha flavored chocolate. Na yung matcha flavor, ako papalit of strawberry. I hope they find it though. Like, ma, please. And I'm asking for real matcha also, Jiggy, para makamake ko og mga matcha lattes balay.
Summer, we have. You should go to. There's a Japanese store in Manila. On your way to Manila, you know where Michelangelo is, where Treat Street is.
Yeah.
Between
That's
that,
where I get the good cup coffee.
Is in between that.
A Japanese store. Yeah.
Summer bought over the weekend a matcha, like this size.
Real matcha.
And
then
that's what she does. She buys matcha.
I'll do that na lang niya.
Tanaw ko na to dito.
Yung isa ko milk and ano. Sige kay matcha is very healthy though. It's like barley. It's maka-ano daw cancer cells. Maka-eradicate.
Eradicate cancer cells.
Jiggy, let's take a selfie because we're matching our clothes na.
Hold on. Magkaroon dito tas kuan dito tas
sa front.
Sa front gini.
Okay, let's go. Good idea. I'm like that.
Pa-picture to ni Mano.
Okay.
No, picture mi nung me. Pasok lang po sa akin. Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Semua lagu kung pati ko.
Yeah. Right tonight. Gasolina.
105.1 TMC. We have
an answer?
Possible heart attack here.
Oh my.
Okay. S Capitol area going to Guadalupe.
Okay, so let's see what's going on there a little later on. As of today now, according to our friends from Revo, wala pa kuno'y haze.
Update. Okay.
Wala haze pa kuno kay mura magug ni buga na pud abo kuno ang kanlaon ganing buntag sa alas 7. So usually man good dire sa tops makita gyud nato ang haze.
Oh yeah, grabe. We get engulfed in the haze.
Yes.
Pero so
wala maron buntaga, wala
pa.
haze dire.
Okay, good. That's good.
So that's
But
good
we'll
news,
just
right?
we'll keep updated na lang din.
Atong sunrise gaganiha alas 6 alas 6 sa kabuntagon. Karong hapon sa alas 5:25 mo ang ato ang sunset.
Okay.
And illumination is 2%. What does that mean? Illumination 2%.
Yeah. What does that mean? Has to do with ang pagka-dark ug pagka-light siguro.
Okay, natay mga tubag diri ni Jerry Tansinko. Let's listen to Jerry. Can you kindly
Jerry Tansico says, unfortunately, in the modern... Okay, before anything else, top of the morning to all our new listeners. If you're listening to us on your good old radios, that's 105.1 TMC. If you're watching us on YouTube chats, thank you for joining us. That's top of the morning. Tops Media Center on YouTube. So our question kanina for Onisay Tasugbo was, has Christmas become more commercialized?
Okay.
No? So we have a couple insights. Thank you so much, Jerry Tansinko. Ingon siya. Unfortunately, in the modern celebrations, the focus can sometimes shift away from this deeper spiritual meaning, with more emphasis placed on material gifts, decorations, and festivity. So I really agree with that. No, nga ang main purpose of Christmas, to understand for those who believe in Christmas, no, and in Christ, the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ sometimes becomes overshadowed with people's focus shift more on the material things, the celebration itself, the festivities, ang pagpamalit o mga decorations, arranging what kind of gifts you're gonna get for someone, and all those material things. Ingon si Jerry Tansinko, nakalimot na sa real essence of Christmas, which is the birth of Jesus and the role of Mama Mary. That's right. So I think that's why it's super important, Jiggy, for I think mga Catholic schools to really reinforce that belief within their students. Kaya naka-enroll na magyud na ilang students diha, to really help them understand na as time changes and as society progresses, syempre, also would our I don't know how to say it, mga isms in society would also progress. Meaning, nagkadaghan na ang the idea of Christmas sometimes gets shadowed with Christmas sales, bitaw ka ng mga ideas like that, limited edition Christmas sales, and all the marketing schemes that these corporations do so that we would, focus on the product rather than the idea in itself. So, I think that's what the role of schools, Catholic schools in particular, should really enforce, no? And aside from that, for family members, it wouldn't hurt to tell our younger generations the true essence of Christmas, because I'm sure, as I mentioned earlier, top of the morning to all our Gen Z alphas, no? Kana mga what do they say now? Like Skibidi, Toilet, Ohio, Riz, Sigma kids. Have you heard of that, Jiggy? Gen Z alphas?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I've got to introduce you to Gen Z alphas.
What's the
no?
Gen Z alpha?
I'm Gen Z,
Okay.
but there's like the Gen Z alpha. Those are like 2006, from year 2006, siguro 2008 below,
Okay.
and they have their own language, their own slang. Usahay wa
okay,
juta kasabot, no?
okay.
So this is the new breed of mga Gen Z. Mga kuya usad ni sila, very kanang I would say, I don't know, from social media I feel like these kids are very intelligent also, and kanang I don't know what other words to describe them. Basta. So I'm sure if you ask any Gen Z alpha kid, what do they think of, or the first thing they think of when they hear mga holidays? Like we say November, what's the holiday you think of? They're gonna say 80% is gonna say Halloween. 80%,
Yeah.
they're not gonna say All Souls Day or All Saints Day. If you ask them, what do you think of when you think of Easter? I'm like 80% sure they're gonna say the Easter bunny or Easter eggs, but they're not really gonna say, the death of Jesus. And at the same time, when you ask them, what do you think of when you think of Christmas? I'm sure they're all gonna say gifts, a Christmas tree, Santa Claus, and all those other symbols that somehow along the way they could really mask the true meaning of Christmas, right?
But the gift giving part is not a mask, because we talked about it earlier, right?
Yeah, that it was a part of the original instance wherein the three kings gave myrrh, frankincense, and gold to Mama Mary and si Papa Joseph, right?
So what better way to make a story continue on,
Then
go viral, than commercialization of it, right? You know what I mean? So maybe an argument can be made that without commercialization, maybe Christmas would be totally gone. An argument can be made, right?
or Christmas would only be
Like
limited to those who believe in it,
Yeah, very
no?
small group of people.
Not a worldwide phenomenon.
Yes,
Even
yes.
these corporations now
Yes.
would reinforce that in
Yes.
all their products.
Correct.
I like that point of view.
So it
very
Yeah.
kanang nindot sa na siya nga point of view na nga. Thanks to commercialism,
Yeah.
Christmas and the idea of Christmas
It's
is
become this big
globalized,
universal
right?
celebration, right? But I was making a point yesterday ba nga, that's appropriate now. Kay nakita mo ko there was the run with the Masters running event yesterday. It's,
Okay.
Cebulan Masters celebrated their 21st anniversary. Congratulations once
Congratulations.
again to Sir Joe Soberano and Franco Soberano and everybody in the family. Naglinya ang mga tao sa kaning food distribution, because after the race mango there's like post-race meals, right?
Okay.
Pero duha ka buk linya. Ang usa ka linya was for the freebies from the sponsors ba.
Okay.
May booth nga nang hatag og mga freebies, naglinya ang mga tao.
Okay.
But half of the people who were lining up did not know what they were lining up. There's a book called Predictably Irrational
Okay.
that says people line up for things that they don't know what the hell they're lining up for, because it's just interesting and they're intrigued. Ganong linya man, linya sa go. You know what I mean? So ang akong connection na sa atong conversation, Justin, is kani manggong commercialization ba? Kani ingon ka nga the schools, the Catholic schools, the Christian schools have to teach their children.
Yeah. It's important for them to reinforce that.
Yes, pero kung mabuhat na nato, we have to go against our being predictably irrational, because we're irrational beings, right? Right? Nga we don't decide based on facts. We decide
Okay.
based on emotion. So kung ang mga tao nagpanon, naglinya, nagtapok, nagrayot sila kay nag-sale, ang utok sa bata or ang utok in general is can't help but join the stampede, join the
The rush of it.
join the
Okay.
line because bag-oning tindahana, bag-oning nga butanga, maglinya ta kay
Or kay Christmas sale, kay Christmas special. Okay.
So because the psychology of crowds is such, muna, that we have to go against that. So you're giving the educational institutions a near impossible task.
Okay.
Because our brains are wired. You cannot change the wiring of brain.
You mean it's inherent in our nature to
Yes,
follow
yes.
that
So maglinya
kind of
ang mga tao,
trends?
maglinya ang mga tao, magtapok ang mga tao.
Okay.
We can't help but be a part of that.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so that in effect, Mago, that's what Christmas has become, right?
Okay.
It has become this stampede, if you will, a kind of cultural stampede to acquire more, to be more, to give more, right? So that is a near impossible task because if you use psychology,
okay.
Mango, to nudge people into behaving a certain way, how do you beat that?
Yeah.
How do you go against that? That's a
Yeah,
giant.
I would personally. I actually disagree. Nga
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
something to do with if Catholic schools would reinforce the true meaning of Christmas,
Yeah, yeah.
this then would go against capitalism and the consumerist mindset. Now you have to acquire and buy more. In fact,
Yeah, okay.
I would say that it's not that one cannot exist without the other. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
one or the other. It's
Okay,
not na.
okay.
If you believe in Christmas and the true spirit of it, you would reject all
Okay.
notions of ano.
Okay. So
They can exist at the same
what-
time.
So my question is, what are you going to teach them?
Yeah. So I think you have to teach them the reality. No, I think it's important that these not only religious institutions but kaning mga schools would teach children of
What
the
do you mean
reality.
by reality?
The reality is that we live in a capitalist world. Consumerism is already a part of our lives, no?
Okay.
Christmas specials, buying of things, acquiring, that's part of our nature, good. And you're right.
Yeah.
That is an inherent part of human nature,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
one with the trend, to want to know what's going on,
Yeah.
to want to appeal,
Yeah,
basically, right?
And
And
makiuso, right?
makiuso.
Yeah.
And you should not fight it. You can go with the wave, but the question is, how do we not also lose ourselves? Because part of human nature is also holding on to
To the
ideals
past, yeah. Holding on
that
to the
matter
past.
to us, no?
Romanticizing the past, right?
Yeah, romanticizing the past, and these ideals shape our core man, who we
Yeah,
are. No,
yeah.
believing in something, believing in Christmas, for example, doesn't mean nga because you believe in Jesus Christ in Christmas nga di na gid ka mo palit, mo live off the grid ka, di ka mo celebrate. You
Okay.
can do both, and I think there are a lot of families like that. There's nothing wrong with
Okay.
buying and acquiring and purchasing and thinking about unsay kanon sa Noche Buena, thinking about unsa akong ihatag nga gift and all that. But there must be a balance, and we talk about this a lot in
Yeah,
Top of
correct.
the Morning. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
like. No, one of the main things that me and Jiggy stand for would really be an excess of anything becomes bad.
The complete
so
opposite sometimes, yeah.
the danger there is, again, there's nothing wrong kung hilig kay ka mag Christmas sale kanang
Mm-hmm.
you're one of the people nga hala sale diri kay nga na masad ko. I don't know if you're like that too, Jiggy, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
everything that has to do with Christmas and the limited edition and all that, I'm a sucker for that.
I'll give you an example of how stupid I am.
What's man?
I'm even worse than the typical person.
Why?
Because I know for a fact that we are predictably irrational. I read the book about
Okay.
how irrational we are.
Okay.
Here's what happened to me. I was walking around the mall, right?
Okay.
Padung na kog parking lot, ha? Padung na kog parking lot.
Okay.
Nakakita bita kog linya sa usa sa mga tindahan dito. Linya
What store is this?
daghang kay tao.
Food?
No, it was a I forgot the brand.
Asa man kanang
mga shoes and bags and belts and all of that stuff, right?
Okay.
Paghuman imbes mo uli ko ni appeal ko sa panon oy.
Onya, did you get something?
Adto ko dito oy nagtanatan so ko kay sale lagi ko no.
Oo.
50% off.
Okay, kana.
Sus nakakita man ko. I've been looking for a white belt forever, right?
Okay.
Wala man jud ko nakita ang
Yeah,
white
that's
belt.
kind of rare. White.
In fact,
Are you wearing it now?
wearing it right now.
Hey,
see?
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it matches your whole outfit, man. Good.
Aldo de Aldo.
Aldo. Okay.
So finally nakapalit ko bakos nga puti kay wa man jud ko nakita bakos
Yeah,
ever,
it's
right?
kind of rare to
Yeah,
find
I
a
know.
white or a beige belt like the one you got on.
I know.
So nakapalit gid ka.
Nakapalit ko
So imbis nga padung nga ka sparking.
Oh, so pero sale lagi pero mo akong pasabot ba is even though if you know the science behind your behavior,
Yeah.
even though you try to fight it,
No, you know what?
it's difficult to fight human nature.
A deal is a deal.
Human nature is difficult to fight. In fact, one of my favorite quotes of all time, I forgot who is attributed to, is really this: we may have left the dark ages, but the dark ages hasn't left us. Nibiya na ta sa atong panahon nga grabe kay ta ka-ignorante.
Pero
kato siya wala pa to ni biya nato, it's still within us. Naapa na sa atong utok, naapa na sa atong kinaiya, naapa na sa atong gipang buhat. So that's a
then with that
very important
point.
understanding about of yourself, okay? Natay mga tendencies nga gikan pa na before Christ, before
Christmas.
before Christmas, before all of these. So ang atong behavior is controlled by these instincts. Muna siya.
And with what you said, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
In that sense, ang atong enemy, guys, is actually ang pagka-ignorante.
Yep.
It's the ignorance that really kills us. So
Yeah.
then, that would, case in point, if schools or religious institutions would somehow reinforce the idea and remind people of the true meaning of Christmas, that combats our pagka-ignorante. We are not
Correct.
just zombies following the consumerist wave nga kung na mga Christmas sale palita so kanang mindlessly acquiring things no that we don't need, but instead we are acquiring it because we believe in the true essence of Christmas. Again, understanding the true meaning of Christmas would actually help, no? And it's not necessarily wrong to be like someone who is a consumerist, as long as, again, there's always that, there's always that exemption on, like, as long as we remember, no, what is the true essence of the holiday in itself. That's super important for me, Jiggy. Kaya for me, way pulos gid, wag gini siya gamit magsigitag palit og mga new stuff, sige tag focus, sige tag bagulbol unsa to ipakaon sa mga bisita karong Noche Buena and all of that, right? If we don't understand, what are we actually doing it for?
Exactly.
Who are we celebrating on this special day?
Natay input og gikan sa atong kaigsuunan.
Perfect.
Ningon siya nga it's a good thing agnostics do not celebrate the Christmas season, but we celebrate the Yuletide holidays.
Okay.
So I think di ba kabantay ka ng distinction between Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, right? Mo man na siyang more secularization ba sa celebrations ba. So instead of saying Merry Christmas, you say Happy Holidays, right? Daghang kayong mga
agnostics,
mga people who are in mga hardcore Christians nga dili ganahan na you say Happy Holidays. It's gotta be
in
Merry
fact,
Christmas,
a lot of them would also disagree with Merry Xmas, right? Kanang
correct,
shortcut kay you're taking out the name of Christ daw.
Correct,
But for those nga agnostic who don't necessarily believe in Christ,
necessarily believe in all these
Happy Holidays na ila ha.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. So that's very
And they celebrate Yuletide?
The Yuletide season.
Okay.
Or the holidays.
Holidays lang.
Because holiday man siya, literally it's a holiday. Way klase, way trabaho, di ba? So holiday na siya.
So more on the aspect na lang of being able to rest and be with your families.
Correct.
Not necessarily on celebrating the birth.
Correct.
So holidays ilang gi-celebrate.
Correct.
Okay.
And an argument can be made by your point earlier nga knowing our instincts, knowing our tendencies, because we have not left the dark ages yet, right?
Yes.
Knowing that,
understanding that,
and also take it a step further. Also, the belief system that we have also comes from that tendency. That's why we believe in certain things, because of that tendency. For example, if the hunter and gatherer back then, na siya makita nga bush, right? That's dark, that's not lit, right? He is evolutionarily saved, and his brain type will be saved if he assumes that there's a lion lurking there. So katong tao nga mo ambak sa forest, kanon to siya og beast, so at that time maybe like a lion or a tiger, but katong tao nga mo assume nga naay something diha sa kangit-ngiton is saved. Katong tao nga mo assume nga munang makakita ta og mga butang sa ngit-ngit, because we assume there's something there. That's part of our evolutionary
we need that basically.
We need to believe in something because we are saved by it.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that beliefs had like an evolutionary background to that.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
There's evolutionary tendency. There's evolution to the way we think. So mona siya, I think
it saves and protects us.
Saves and protects us.
Okay,
So,
keeps us.
but at the end of the day,
I like that.
Justin, mura mo tag dili mo gyud kay ta bright ba? at the end of the day, but I think
We're not as smart as we think, guys.
We are not exactly. We are not as smart as we think.
We're not the unsa ni nga beings kanang gingon nila superior beings
We are not,
that
man.
we narcissistically think we are.
In the grand scheme of things, we are
murag
bugo.
gamay. Bugo ta gamay.
Especially sa gugma, di ba?
Aw ka na. Sometimes we're bugo in love.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Sagsakit na.
Funny ba ito kayang lyrics niya, ni? I'm so bugo in love. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that there was an evolutionary background.
Na siya. Kaya evolution works like that, right? Nga, it saves the traits that
Need in order to survive.
that allows you to survive. Kanang the line survival
Of the fittest.
of the fittest does not mean physically fit.
Anything.
means-
Traits,
Yeah,
genetics.
yeah.
The fact gani that we still have our tailbone
Yeah,
and
yeah.
molars
Yeah,
predisposes
Yeah.
that we needed them before.
yeah.
Karon di naman. Jiggy, one more. Jiggy, photo.
Bate.
Oh, ako yung 0.5 ko. Cool.
Cool.
Kuya, picture na ko din, kuya, ha?
Bate ko na kayo picture kuya. Diyan mo
No,
kuya.
nice naman. Lahat lang akong gamitin niya angle.
Pili lang.
Ihakba din lang, kuya.
Oh, bakit mo daw? Bakit ka ba?
Oh, pero ako sleeper. Ala lang, ako sleepers. Ako po, nagsandal ako. We're wearing sandals. Open to.
Is that my phone or your phone?
This is yours.
Okay, kita mo ka.
See? Kasi masinod yung camera. I have a feeling it is. Oh, okay. I'll take a selfie. 0.5. I suppose. I always have a tendency to close my eyes. Open. Ito. Okay. I told myself, open eyes.
Okay na. Or you want him to take a picture?
I think it's okay. Thanks, Jiggy. Let's see, Machi magpunta our college,
Thanks, Jiggy.
literally. Siyang lyrics, unsaon man di ko rin mo makitaan. Kaya to amang kasig pirmi lingi sa uban.
Gawa pa pagahimo sa?
Yeah. Kaya to amang kasig lingi sa uban. I'm so booger in love. I'm so booger in love. Abot needs to wait, no? Bahala lang, paabot lang to.
all season long. Don't miss out. Create and shop. The mega year-end sale from November 15 to December 15, 2024. Experience the joy of savings. Severe Coleman Miller Center, where your dream home comes to life. See you there. For detailed fair trade with our Monster, CB 884 series of 2024. Your CB is just come out. Local talk. Top of the morning. I'm your host. My name is Jimmy Jones. Justin Daniels. Music. Top of the morning with JP and Justin. Commercialized Incorporated, Cabrera Street, Pasag San Nicolas, Cebu City. Gusto ka bang mag-nursing o nurse or nursing graduate na gusto mo apply locally o abroad? O nakita na mag-pinagamato o bagong nursing school na aprobado sa JED sa Cebu. Mayroon ngayon sa Bachelor of Science in Nursing sa Commercialized Incorporated College of Nursing. Kumantan silang free promo rate sa first 100 pinakbay mo sa nursing. Tawag ngayon sa 0956-926-4112 or 0968-861-9933 o pagkakalan sa Motories and Import ng Puli o tawag sa 032-383-8241 or 0961-146-7836 or na po tayong website resourcecabelos@gmail.com o kana sa atong Facebook page Resource Colleges Incorporated. Resource Colleges Incorporated College of Nursing, a school of conscience, love, and compassion. Zico. Hawa. Kung ang sakit sa lutahan, kanunay tapusa, kapalasano, di maihan ka na sa arthritis o joint deterioration sa karan kung magkailan na ka. Kinahanglan kini kung gusto kong paglahutay aron makagulima, himo ka na ni Artrisin. May undernature collagen at metal sulfidel methane na makatamag sa pagpadalikod sa himusan, himsong sa atong lutahan. Enter right. Inuba ang Artrisin adlaw-adlaw. Papalit ang Artrisin sa mga nagnabutika sa nasod. Importante ka mahinuto sa karapal. Ihalay ka dito sa matambal sa bisan sa mata.
At ang atong takna karong buntaga is 2 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 11. You're still listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Narvios. Top of the morning, guys. How's everyone doing?
Yes, mga Bisaya bing dagko in town diri.
Yeah.
Unya atong hisgutan karon sa atong mag-anisayta
Sugbo
is Christmas becoming too commercialized.
Has it become more capitalized?
Kaning capitalized. That's another way of looking at it. Is Christmas kaning Pasko na himo na balik pang negosyo na kaysa na parang negosyo na kaysa na. What are your thoughts on that matter? Let us know. Text 0999-887-6070
Or you can also join us on chats, guys. We're live on YouTube right now. That's Tops Media Center. We can have an in-depth and real-time conversation. Let us know your comments. Nagkantag mga listeners
lagi karon
karon.
nakalimot na sa real essence of Christmas, which is the birth of Christ.
Yes.
And the role of Mother Mary, Mama Mary, according to his message. How about you guys? Sakto rin yung atong gibuhat karon sa kalibutan sa not that we can do anything about it, at least we can talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Because mo gonna siya Justin
Sometimes mahadlok pag-comment.
the wheels of capitalism ba?
Or
Para nako lang, this is just my
ever-turning.
this is just my personal opinion. It's unstoppable. Kana manggong
it is inherent na in our life.
dili na siya mahunong kay we have gone too big for us to notice it and even control it. Kaya posible man nga nanrabaho ra ka diha, right? Nanrabaho ra ka.
But
Unya gatinarong ka. Unya paghuman kaning imong gibuhat sakto in terms of the scheme of things unsa imong expected of you, but appeal day ka sa the wheels of capitalism because you're just a small cog in the scheme of things, right? Wa kay kalibutan nga dili so you're so against that
you're
thing.
subconsciously contributing to it.
Not subconsciously, you're practically contributing to it because you're part of the creation of the thing that is moving the capitalism wheel.
How do you even
forward.
avoid that unless
You can't. You
mo na
can't.
gid ka mag-hermit ka, you live alone.
That's why some people whose beliefs are very strong,
Kanang anti-capitalist kayo.
they go off the grid. That's why they form their
They
own
don't-
ideologies, right?
yeah.
Mo man may tabo. Pero kita diri nga nang inabuhi lang, we don't really care so much about anything else but to make sure that our family survive.
Yeah. That's our main focus right now.
Unknowingly, we become part of that monster, of that capitalist mindset, right? That's why it's unstoppable. You and me, in a way, we're part of that. You and me, we're part of that.
Whether you want to admit it or not, if
yeah.
you're living in this society, you are a part of it
Of
one way or
capitalism.
another, no?
Exactly.
Unless totally
Yeah.
you want to live
Yeah.
self-sufficiently
Yeah.
on your own.
Yeah.
Di na lang gad ka mo palit anything. You provide everything you need.
Exactly.
Your clothing, your food.
So yeah,
That's the only way siguro nga di ka
Yes,
you
we're-
don't
we're-
purchase anything.
we're part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And
right?
that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's the same thing
It's
as
just a thing.
consumerism in general.
Yeah.
You said a very important point kanina, no? Of
Yeah.
how, aside from the products being sold, the idea in itself behind it is what's important. And
Yeah.
in a positive light, the
Christianity.
Catholic belief of Christianity rather,
general,
in Christmas
yeah.
in general, the
Yeah.
belief of Jesus,
Yeah.
it's the good word that's been spread throughout the world, no?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
globalized because of the idea of Christmas.
Because of capitalism.
Capitalism in itself. So, it's not really a bad thing. No? So same thing na siya sa, di ba na siya bad thing lagi if you're the type of person that you're so focused on the material things that are associated with Christmas. Gifts, the celebration in itself, no? The things you can buy, the things you need to, the things that you can also acquire. It's not bad if, so we made the exception again, if you always remember the true essence of it,
Yeah.
right? We got some text on the text line now.
Absolutely.
I love hearing the phone buzz again.
We'll read that in a bit.
Okay.
Meantime, let's have some ice.
Kana, kaya init. You need to cool off.
Init kayo na itong topic ko ng buntaga.
Ang topic mainit, not here at tops kay bugnaw kayo.
Kaning Pasko. Is it becoming too commercialized? Let us know. Meantime, have some ice.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Ayos na. What's magbanha, GB?
Noise.
Adi,
Ay pabanha, ay pagsaba-saba.
Ay pagsaba-saba. Ayos na. Ayaw pagbanha.
Kabuang ni sa drama ni sa City Hall.
I've not been seeing.
Dito nga si Mike drama sa
Mo tayo mong ginon nga nag-iklam siya?
giklaman yung motor no. Ay yung auto.
Ayos na.
I'll do the share first, ha?
Okay, go ahead.
Thompson Media Center, broadcasting over 2,000 feet closer to heaven and tops 105.1 TMC.
I really like the song.
Ang buong happy-happy dun sa ceremony. Mana ba eh? Mana mo? Ayaw sa nga style eh kung ako yung isang militan, no? Nindot sa niya style eh. Kabuang niya.
Yes, right.
Ay, buhay, hay.
105.
Ay, buhay, hay. Can you find out when the first Christmas tree was?
Okay, good idea. First Christmas tree.
One 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music. Ang pinakasugbuanon nga radio station sa tibuok kalibutan. 105.1
TMC Cebu Music has found a home. That's right. And we don't not only play Cebu music, we also play music from our neighbors. Ito mga silingan sa Visayas, right? Natay mga tukar nga gikan sa Iloilo and Uguban pa, right? So that's the whole premise of 105.1 TMC, to be able to support local music, the local music scene, not just in Cebu, but in the neighboring islands of the
That's
Visayas,
right.
right?
Bisaya ta mga dako, and we feel like there's just so much talent.
You have to do that.
You gotta wait. We have to have that always. No? So yeah, this is.
Like a reminder, but
It's-
Murag alert ba before?
Oh, yeah.
Before ta kaning makasubra o kaning sorry, makasubra og in English bitaw.
Yeah. Remind ourselves with this.
Mapahinumdum kita sa ato ang mga kaugalingon nga kaning okay, diba? Dito palabing English.
Reminder, yeah, that's right. So as mentioned by Jiggy, we are, this is a platform for all local talent that we feel deserves to go global. And so that's why we're so happy with topsmediacenter.com, or even with our live streams, Tops Media Center on YouTube. No, we have so much viewers and listeners from all over the world. Grabe.
Thank you.
Kada adlaw na ay mga listeners from New Zealand, from the States, and who just want a taste of home. They miss home.
Yes.
This is a great way for us to spread that. No, and
And
for
you know
them.
what? The affinity for home, the fervor for and the longing for home is intensified the further you are, the further away you are from it.
The further you are from home, mas ma-intensify imong.
Yes.
Okay.
Kabantay ka na kung makakita kang Bisaya, kung naka sa gawas, for example, even kung nalang ka sa Manila, di ba?
You feel like,
Mura mo tangkang imong dunggan, di ba?
super.
Diba?
I feel that too. When I'm in public and I do hear someone.
Nagbinisaya. Tapos nakinomdom ko pag ato na ko sa LAX. Yan, nipalit ko kay my first purchase had to be my eyeglasses. Kinabuak man ako ng para.
You
right?
always go by your eyeglasses.
Nalingkuran
You
ako.
always buwak your eyeglasses.
Nalingkuran ako. So ang mga tindira binisaya bitaw na bitaw.
O yan, yun sa mga
Idool na ko.
Lipay kay ka.
Atagasa man mo di ay ganun binisaya
I know.
ba akong dunggan.
I have some sort of bias too. Remember when I was in Malaysia, the kind of mga stores selling the same thing.
Okay.
So they're selling a lot of these delicacies, kaning mga peanut bars or something like that, coffee.
Okay.
And then namili ko, asa man kumupalit? Kaya
Okay.
they all sell the same thing. So they'll say, oh, buy here, buy here.
Of course.
Then one of them said, kanang, I forgot unsay giingon niya, oy, magandang hapon.
Okay.
So I just looked, and then they knew right away. Paglingin ako, they're like, oh, we got her. And so they go, magandang hapon. And then one of them starts speaking Bisaya.
Okay.
Kay taga ano man to siya, taga Mindanao, and then they moved to Malaysia, something like that.
Okay.
So I was so happy. So dito ko ni palit og maayo. Oy, she said, miga, palit diri miga. I said, okay. Yes, how much is this? I'm buying it all.
I don't care.
As long as, you know what, my dad was like that too. Na usa ka store, palit siya mga batik or katong murag traditional wear nila.
Okay.
Wag gid siya nipalit sa other stores. Nipalit siya sa katong one of the stores nga Filipino ang tagiya. So we're biased that way. But it's a good kind of bias, right?
So maayong bungkag
Support
sa ato mga
local.
kaigsuonan nga taga syudad sa Sugbo or taga Visayas nga naminaw karon sa Tops Media Center, naminaw karon sa YouTube, and any other shape or form nga naminaw mo. Daghang salamat.
Yeah,
Palihog.
thank you so much.
Let us feel you. Let us see you. You go to youtube.com/Tops Media Center and let yourselves be known. We'd like to see you.
Shout out, say hi.
Yes, please. So, grabe.
And suggest some songs too.
Yes, grabe kay ko ka lingaw gahapon. Adito gahapon ay pagkatapos ng pag-Thanksgiving. Diri ba ka? Wala sa. During Thanksgiving.
Friday? Was that Friday?
You weren't here, right?
No, I wasn't here.
So, sang ako ang igsuon ba na using his big-ass LED TV, na nanaw sila.
Sa live stream?
Naminaw sila sa live stream celebrating Thanksgiving with
Wow.
all of my brothers and cousins and nephews and nieces
Wow.
in one big ginormous Thanksgiving celebration.
Dito.
Sus,
From where man? From where exactly?
They were celebrating it in California,
Okay.
in Buena Park, in California, right? In Adams Way, Buena Park. So
Wow.
dito sila nag-celebrate sa Pasko, sa Thanksgiving, dito niya paghuman, nagtanaw sila
Sa imong live stream.
Sa top of the morning.
So technically, naapil ka sa ilahang celebration, no?
Exactly.
I'm curious, what kind of food do they have in their Thanksgiving?
Ay, usual.
Nag-Pinoy food or
Ay,
nag,
of
you know how
course,
the
of
Western
course,
ka na
of
mag-turkey-turkey?
course. Walay turkey-turkey.
White turkey.
Lechon, oy. Lechon,
Kana.
oy. Lechon.
They
gitana.
know what's up, okay? Lechon sa paman.
Lechon.
Na pansit.
Na mga pansit, na mga chapsuy, na mga lumpia.
Sorry ha, pero I like Thanksgiving, the idea of it, pero di ko mabusugan ng turkey. We need lechon. I need the pig.
Exactly.
Ana, lahi ra gyud, no? So I'm glad your family was able to celebrate with you that way.
Di man mahuman.
He or she feels strongly about that, no? Dapat Bisaya lang kita.
So wala siya. That's really it. I mean,
I like that.
If you're
I
away
like
from
that.
home, especially
This is a way for you to connect with home,
Exactly.
right? And I've got so much friends also and family members from all over the globe listening, and they suggest mga songs, and I'm glad when they give their inputs because ato mga takna, wow, that sounded great, huh? Ato mga takna diri sa TMC guys, especially in Top of the Morning, we're always trying to talk about something that's relatable to us, a phenomenon or a social, like anything that has to do with what we can relate to, not only as Cebuanos or Filipinos, but ato agid ba nga conversation. So I'm glad to hear the inputs from Cebuanos or Filipinos outside of the country, because I feel like they also feel like they can relate to it more, even though they're in a laing nga nasod and surrounded by different cultures. They're reminded of like, oh yeah, that's how it is Monday sa Pilipinas, no? Mauman gid ay na ang mga culture sa Cebuanos and the like, right?
And back to my point earlier today about romanticizing the past, right? Kung naana ka sa gawas, unya you lived a good number of years at home in the Philippines, for example,
Okay.
you always fluff it. You always feel like it was a better time, the good old days, you know? Of course, you completely forget the entire reason why you left the country in the first place, right?
But going back, there's always something about home nga makareminisce ka ba nga.
Yeah.
I loved it back home.
Yeah,
Home was nice,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Makamingaw sa usahay,
Yeah,
right?
and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
So it's such a warm and fuzzy feeling, especially kanang padung nagpasko, di ba? Sus kanindot kahana.
Suddenly mo remember ka ba all your traditions dire, no? How we used to spend Christmas in the Philippines and how different it is in other countries.
Yes, and you see
Notice nimo.
And you see an actual, for example, live Christmas tree, an actual pine tree.
Yeah, mao man gid na ilaha dito, no? They
Oh.
actually cut down the trees, take it
Yes.
home, di ba?
Oh,
Sa ato mga wa man gid tayo pine tree
Yes,
dire unless it's
in the Christian world, of course, we have the manger, di ba? Part of the Christmas celebration.
The
Beside the manger,
the Belen?
the Belen. Beside the manger, usually it's a Christmas tree, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know if you were able to get anything information about Christmas trees, Justine,
Yes.
but kanang Christmas tree kasabot man ta ng manger, because that was the site of the birth of Jesus Christ, right? But kanang Christmas tree, asa may nang taon nagikan? Ano na may Christmas tree is celebrate
in the first place.
sa Pasko? Ngano nga na di Christmas tree sa Jerusalem di ay? Unsa man ngano naabot man ta ng Christmas tree, Justin?
Yeah.
Palihog ko ba?
So Christmas trees are actually a Western phenomenon. It's like
Okay.
a Western ideal. And so I think in terms of Philippine culture, asat na nakukuhaan ng kanang Christmas tree is not actually from Spanish colonial belief.
Okay.
In fact, it is from American.
Okay.
You know, the American
Okay.
colonial belief. Ang ka-manger, however, and all other religious icons related to Christmas,
Okay.
gika na siya sa atong mga Spanish colonizers. So I'm looking at
Kanang Christmas tree asa man nagikan?
I'm looking at the National Christmas Tree Association org. It's funny, they have an actual website for that, no? Sa US, it's for Christmas trees,
Okay,
good?
okay.
So it says the history of Christmas trees started in year 1510.
Okay.
The first
so not too long ago.
not too long ago.
Okay.
The first written record of a decorated Christmas tree comes from Riga, Latvia. Asa kaning Latvia?
Sa murang sa Baltic regions na siya, sa murang na siya sa Russia, di ba? USSR pa
I
na siya, di ba?
suppose.
Okay.
Riga, Latvia.
Okay.
So men of the local merchants guild decorated a tree with artificial roses and danced around it in the marketplace, then set fire to it. So ang pinakaunang Christmas tree, ila day gisunog.
Isunog man.
apparently the rose though after that was used as a symbol for Mama Mary.
Nasunog or gisunog?
Gisunog. They
Okay.
set it on fire. I don't know why.
Because?
Basta to keep warm. So
Okay.
apparently that's the first history. That is in 1510 and then na move in 1530s na nagamit na sa Germany, sa France.
Okay.
1600s gigamit na they decorated Christmas trees with apples, okay?
Sa asan sa France?
So Germany na ni siya.
Okay.
Okay.
Nestle Apple sa ilang Christmas tree.
1700s gina-practice na sa Austria
Okay.
ang evergreen tips, and then they hang it down na from the ceilings. They use red paper strips, and then Christmas trees were often called sugar trees at that time. 1800s, 1851 and the like. Okay, let's skim to the mga medyo 1966. So at 1966, the National Christmas Tree Association began. It's so cute how they made a group, to have this honored tradition of naa sila sa United States kaning grand champion grower, So yeah.
So
and then now,
are you saying in 1966 niabot sa America ning Christmas tree?
no, in 1966, actually naabot sa America 1901 na.
Okay.
Yeah, grabe, no?
Anong nasaag man na sa Pilipinas ang Christmas tree kuno be?
Kana.
Yun sa na pagkaunsaa.
Yes, so it became Western tradition, no?
Okay.
So as we know, after the Spanish colonial reign or colonialism,
Okay.
na na colonized ta sa mga Americans, and not only did we learn English and we were educated in a lot of ideals like democracy and the like, no? Consumerism,
Okay.
also
Capitalism,
music,
of course. Arts, atong
arts, no? Atong mga
And one of the good things though about the our Spanish conquistadors was they were able to expose us with art from Europe.
Kana.
Mo na siya kuno nga grabe kay ta ka-artistic here in Cebu and in Luzon and all over the country, because unlike other colonies, murag wala man kay sila na-expose. I think because the Spaniards were here, murag gituluan ta nila, murag expose nila
Yeah.
into different kinds of art forms. So I think part of that is that
Yeah.
because of that, our artistic tendencies got murag sort of developed because of the exposure of different
and
ways
speaking
of art.
speaking of art, no, a lot of icons also relate, mga art pieces or decorations related to Christmas are very much inspired by kanang sa mga Spanish colonial, like the parol,
Parol,
right?
oh.
So
Kanang
parol,
parol?
that's
Kanang asa
it's a
ng parol, be?
it's a Christmas lantern indicating the North Star, in
Yeah.
which the three kings
Star,
followed
diba?
to Bethlehem.
Correct, yeah.
Mao na siya, that star guided them to find the manger where Jesus was born. So in Spanish kanang culture, no, because of that Catholic belief na inculcate nas mga Filipinos, and we were able to come up with this like decoration nga ang Northern Star, ang parol, diba? Even in itself the word is a Spanish term. I gotta find the meaning of that.
So but backtrack a little bit. Unsa may rason nganong Christmas tree man?
Ngano tree man gyud siya,
Is there a
yeah.
symbolism? Kung ingon ka nga kanang parol mo na representation sa Northern Star that's supposed to guide the three wise men, the three kings, to the birthplace of the Christ, right? Pero kaning parol, nganong parol man? Nag-unsa man is parol? Nabay parol nga gipaalibot ni Joseph and Mary and
Yeah,
the Christ.
exactly.
So nganong
Was
parol?
there a tree siguro sa background ni Jesus?
Ganahan lang ko makasabot nganong parol. I'm sorry, nganong
tree.
Nganong Christmas tree,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Nganong Christmas tree ni siya.
Yeah.
Unsa may symbolism ng Christmas tree?
Unsa man gyud
I
ay?
know ang gibutangan na og kaning unsa tawag ni star. Diba? Mo gina star man na on top of
Yeah.
the Christmas tree. That's fine because we understand the symbol of that, right? The Northern Star. In the same way, ang parol represents that.
Okay.
But kaning kahoy nga Christmas tree, kanang pine tree.
Why the tree itself? Ngano tree man?
Nganong dili man kalatsuchi? Nganong dili man tangkok?
Ngano dili man-
tangkok, di ba?
Why a tree?
Nganong Christmas tree? Nganong pine tree pag yun? Nganong dili man acacia tree?
Yeah.
Right? Ngano kaha?
So in the 1500, no, the custom of decorating Christmas tree, mao man gid na ang prominent nga tree sa ilaha sa
Okay.
Latvia.
Sa Latvia.
Wherever this
Buwa nga sa Latvia pag yun.
Latvia,
Oh my
right?
God,
so
okay.
so it mentions here nga the candles are actually to originally candles ang first decoration ani. It's meant to honor.
More
The-
combustible man.
Mao siguro they burnt the first tree, no?
Nag-fire hazard.
Lagi.
Nabuang mo sila ang ilang first decoration sa Christmas tree kay kandila.
Kandila gid, no?
Sa tawgang
So
revo,
it's-
tagang revo.
Tawgang revo, ang
Tapos
fire truck,
pinigdurog
yandam.
ang istananda, my goodness.
Yeah, so this was mainly practiced in Germany and France and Austria by the 18th century. But now let's look at the Catholic perspective. So come to think of it, no, as the only predominantly Catholic country in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
Ngano ang Pilipinas mo
Thanks.
practice ra gyapon ta ng tree.
Correct.
Why can't the symbol of Christmas just be the manger
Exactly.
or the parol? Ngano mo gamit man gyud ta sa
Ngano
tree,
man,
right?
ngano man,
So the
ngano.
Catholic perspective of that, according here to the several websites, it mentions that the tree's evergreen nature, meaning ang kana manggong pine tree jigi, after you cut it down, di magud na malaya right away.
Oh, kumpleto nimo sa kuan sa Gaisano.
Kana pod
Or sa
plastic.
Ayala, or sa Excel.
Plastic gamay nga.
Okay.
Mura tog song my grandpa used to sing nga, gamay nga Christmas tree. Dili madaot kay
Okay.
plastic man lagi.
Okay.
That's the song he used to sing.
Okay.
But yeah, going back. So the tree's evergreen nature, the fact that a pine tree doesn't easily kanang di na siya malata right away, no?
Okay.
It symbolizes the immortality that Jesus said he would bring to people. So the Christmas lights in the tree, they
Okay.
symbolize the light that Jesus would bring to the world.
Okay.
The tree has a pointy tip and indicates that it's pointing to heaven, in
Okay.
which we're waiting for God's presence.
It-
Mao daw na siya.
It looks like they made up an explanation
For each-
for a tree.
Kana.
So because that looks like the kind of interpretation of a thing that's already been there before the explanation
Yeah,
came.
supposedly.
So wala gi origin story of the Christmas tree.
Katura in 1500s in
But
Latvia,
this is
you know.
katura gid siya. So that
I'm trying to look for asa man gid sa
nga-
Philippines.
nganong ingon ana man sa Latvia nganong kahoy because man a prevalent tree.
Yeah, prevalent. But there's no...
So maybe kuha to siya marag
Yeah.
availability bias lang siguro to siya.
Yeah.
Kay mo may available nga kahoy mo na silang gigamit, di ba?
Yeah, but I want to understand ngano, why a tree, di ba?
Mo lagi kay katong pag migrate sa Pilipinas, gihimo-himo lang tog storya, di ba? Kay lili naman na mahimo nga ang usa ka butang himuan nimo storya nga mura lang mo bagay ba?
Oh, kani sa early records man gyud is from Riga, Latvia in
Okay.
1510.
Okay.
Akong pangutana is why? Like why did they use a tree? Ngano man gyud na, di ba?
Kahoy man.
Ano kahoy man gyud? Ngano dili man pwede lain nga tree
Mo
also?
na siya, oh.
Okay. Okay. Long before, this is another website. I'm looking at history.com. Okay.
According to Johnny Dumasis kuno.
Hi, Sir Dumasis.
Iya ko ng Christmas tree atong una kuno kay silhig tuhog silhig
Tu-
tukog
tukog.
kuno. Naluoy sa nimo silhig nimo.
Gamay di ay. Oh, okay. Bert wants to request ipatukar daw ang gamay nga Christmas tree ni Max Urban.
Oh, ganahan
Yes,
ko.
sure. I love that
Oh,
song. No,
ganahan.
my grandpa used to sing that a lot.
Ginindot ng kantaha.
Gamay nga Christmas tree. That's
Pero
perfect.
kuyawan ko anak gibinuangan man na gamay ni Max Urban.
Kana. That's why it's funny. Little Christmas tree being original, ana.
Naghisgot man to og ganing lain ditong kantaha day. Katong nabali ang Christmas tree nga nasangit ko ng panty.
Lahi di ay na.
Lahi tong Pasko nga lahi tong
Lahi nga
Christmas
song,
song.
lahi
So
nga
I
Christmas
hope
song.
I hope this is the
I'm sure this is the right
the other version. Okay.
Probably, no?
So you were saying, go ahead, continue, Justine.
So according to history.com, the history of Christmas trees has many roots, and one of them, one of the idea of the Christmas tree is that before Christianity pa,
Okay.
plants and trees remained green all year, had a special meaning for people in the winter. Kanang Christmas tree nila, kanang pine tree, it remains green the
Really?
entire winter.
Wow, okay.
So that's why kana ilang gigamit
Okay.
for decoration,
Okay,
right? So
okay.
and they would also believe that it wards off mga ghosts, mga witches
Oh,
and spirits and
okay.
evil kana
Yeah.
evil spirits and the like. So then let's see here. Basta mga Easterners and Egyptians practiced it. And then
So
Christmas
wait.
trees,
So nanay Christmas tree before
religion before Jesus
so
apparently.
so meaning to say, are you suggesting nga naanay Christmas tree nga gibutang nila sa ilahang sud sa balay?
They-
As a decor?
Here ang ingon nila is they actually used it more as like wreaths sa gawa sa balay.
Kanang
Ang-
murag wreath, di ba?
Oh, it's from the tree
Pa-
man gihapon.
Oh.
Ang tree itself is from kanina ingon Latvia. Karon sa history.com ingon sila they're from Germany.
Okay.
Okay.
So kinsa man gyud? Kinsa man gyud
Lagi. And then they brought it to America.
Mugna aning Christmas tree ba oy?
Lagi. Kaning
Di-
gamay nga Christmas tree.
Dili ka si Max Urban? Tanaw nimo?
Murag, I think it's Max Urban. Let's listen to the song to find out.
Ora ginamong regalo ninyo mga kahigalaan. Ang ato ang mga bahanding binisaya.
Kana.
Gamay nga Christmas tree.
Max Sorban on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Ano ba? Wow. Kay plastic man lagi.
Sun disqualified.
Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Christina Arias.
Welcome to 105.1 TMC. And ang ato ang istulan ng puntaga sa mag-anisay na soup is may bugat sa kanatong tanan. Good morning, top of
Ano yung gini smart silver?
Bago pa
Sige, ano siya electricity?
Pasko sa Adis-Adis.
It's not the song?
No, that's not the song called Pasko sa Adis-Adis. Bago pa Pasko.
Download the trip.com app to discover amazing travel news.
Anytime, anywhere. Fly from West Dakota. Download now.
May bugat sa kanatong tanan. Good morning, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
105.1 TMC, gamay nga
Christmas
Christmas
tree. Max Sorban o sa
Dili
mga,
mo tubo kay plastic man lagi.
o sa mga binisayang bahandi. Our local treasures here in these beautiful islands of the Philippines in Cebu. Atong takna karon 38 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 11. Atong hisgutan karong buntaga is kaning Pasko. Sobra na ba ni ka pang negosyo or okay ra mo ani? Is Christmas becoming too commercialized? We always
has it become-
we've always had this conversation. Kaning
Yeah.
kaning nga pangutana dili ni original. Kaning pangutana daghan kadaghan na ni pangutana. Pero paminaw ko wala pag yung sakto nga diskusyon ani ba?
Wala sakto nga tubag.
Wala pa yung sakto nga or at least the kanang ang iya bitong kinamgoy pangutana nga ang paghisgot niya. Kana bitong murag productive bitaw
Ang conversation that
padulungan
comes
bitaw.
out of that.
Eh posible man gud nga sige ang istorya magtuyok-tuyok lang magloop lang kag istorya wa gyapon mahimo.
So kanisha, do you think this is something mag-loop or
I am hoping we can come up not maybe with a solution but maybe like a kind of closure maybe
Okay.
or if
or
not
this, it would always be nice to talk about it. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily, I think some people have the hesitation, and I personally had this hesitation several times no nga maglisod kog hatag og opinion about something because I feel like it's always going to be taken negatively.
Yeah.
Like there's something wrong with Christmas being commercialized or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But then because of our onisay ta sugbo jigi,
Yeah, onisay gyud
murag feeling nako ba there's nothing wrong with saying your opinion and
Yeah, yeah.
it's okay ra gid kay it doesn't mean that the topics that we're talking
Yeah,
about are
yeah.
naay bad gid ba?
correct kay kanang opinion
okay naman.
okay ra ng opinion di ba
Yeah.
opinion naman nimo most of our ideas most of our thoughts most of our beliefs are not complete mo man na siya kanang complete man gud like meaning to say nga human na ba we're still forming
Or not even
our
human ka ng
opinion, di ba? We're still
set in stone gid ba, as
Yes,
if like that's the only thing you could ever
yeah.
kanang relate to gid for the
Yeah.
rest of your life. Di
Yeah,
man
so,
gid nga na.
dili na siya kompleto. So kung
Yeah.
nami gipangutanang pasabot ana nga amo ang opinion ana, nga amo ang belief, amo ang pagtuo ng butangan dili pa kompleto.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I think it's important that we ask our listeners.
Yeah.
We ask you. Kay maybe naamoy nahibal-an ana nga wa ta kibaw.
Kana.
Naamoy pamati ana, naamoy feeling, naamoy opinion ana nga wa mi nakakita,
Yeah,
diba?
exactly.
Diba?
Or
Usahay-
experiences na lahi ra man gid na ang when you think outside of the box, right?
Correct.
So this is
Or
our way to
outside
do
of
that.
outside of your bubble, right? Kanang bubble, buwa ang binisaya na, di ba? Kanang
Sa imong buwa. Sa imong circle na lang.
Kanang buwa manggod, kanang imong circle. Na kay tendency nga kaning mga tawhan na imong mga kakuyog pariharag pagtuo nimo.
So it's very, very biased.
So ang imong mga ideas, imong mga thoughts, ang imong mga beliefs, maoras na magtuyog-tuyog. Wala man kay outside opinion. Unya some of us like some parents are like that nga ilang mga anak i-expose ra sa mga pagtuo nila, dili sila i-expose og uban nga sukwahi nga against it nga dili pareha ni ana. Kay
Yeah.
ganahan sila ang ilang anak
Katura.
maparihan nila ana bitaw
Or follows those exact beliefs
Oo,
only.
kana
Okay.
ra. Kay mo ra man na ilang ganahan ng kalibutan himon. So
Yeah.
back to what I said a few months ago, maybe to you, I don't know. We're all trying to build a world that agrees with us. That's the sort of like the subliminal program behind everything it is that we do. So muna siya nga atong natay bubble nga
We try to relate to everyone around
yes,
us.
kay
Yeah.
kasabot man nato.
And that's normal.
Nakasabot
Yeah.
man, nakasabot.
But I'm hoping that this becomes a platform or somewhat like something that evokes thought within our listeners.
Exacto mundo.
Nga
That's the idea.
Ma-challenge siya ta ba?
Mag-anisay lang dagod. Ora mo.
You know, there are sometimes jigging na ay mga questions diri sa Anisay nga at first wala ko opinion, like I'm very neutral, like I don't have an opinion
Yeah.
towards that on that specific topic, pero mapugos ka to research, to find an opinion and to
Okay.
make a stand.
Okay.
So I think it's good, and hopefully our listeners and viewers will have that same experience as well. No, nga at first wala sila opinion about it.
Okay.
Yeah, after listening to several conversations, they somehow form their own opinions,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Not something imposed on them, rather it's something comes from them mismo.
Yeah. That's why
So, yeah.
we need their input.
That's why we need your input.
Need input.
You know, I just heard, I only know that from you.
Yeah.
I don't actually know where that comes from.
I told you about it already. It's
Asa-
from the movie Short Circuit.
Short circuit.
It was a Steven Spielberg movie
I don't know. I have to watch it. pa.
about a machine, a robot that came to life. That's what it is.
And only learns from us.
yes,
Yeah,
and
it needs input.
she absorbs everything, and then
Ay, ka-funny.
Whatever he
We need
said.
to get that sound siguro for our soundboard.
Input. Yeah, we should need input.
We'll find it.
We need your inputs.
We need your inputs, guys. So again, if you have any
Inputs.
comments, inputs,
Inputs.
suggestions,
Yeah.
or anything, any experience you want us talk about in terms of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Our on-site Sugbo question is, has Christmas become commercialized? What do you think about that, guys?
Too commercial.
Has it become too commercialized?
Maybe we can benefit from not too commercialized.
Yeah.
Maybe too. Is it or
Yeah.
is it not? Speaking of commercialized, I have a commercial.
I have a commercial.
Is
I have an
that
ad.
Furniture lovers, this is for
Kana.
you. It's a sale you've been waiting for. It's time for the Living in Style Mega Year-End Sale, and it's bigger than ever.
Ooh.
It started yesterday until the 15th. Enjoy up to 50% off on select furniture pieces. That's
Grabe,
right.
50% off.
50. Upgrade your living room, transform your bedroom, or revamp your dining room for less.
Okay.
Visit Living in Style at the second level in Park Mall, Mandaue City. From 10 a.m. Abli na sila karon taon. Actually, abli na.
Okay, open na.
Until 7 p.m. and online at livinginstyle.store. But wait, there's more! Shop in store for a chance to win exciting giveaways. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to save big and end the year in style. Hurry on down to Living in Style, where elegance meets unbeatable value. Per DTI Fair Trade Permit number R7CB 009 series of 2000. That's 2024. Ato ang takna karon 45 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 11. 15 minutos na lang before
Time passes really quick.
12. I know. Grabe yun. Grabe yun.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Ang
Next
butang
up.
asa pa daw ning panahon ikahuman ni ani niya. Asa mo si Madto?
Where does the time
Where
go?
does the time go? That's right. But for now, let's enjoy this beautiful piece
Yeah.
from Juan Pasa.
Yao Ming. Yao Ming.
It's one of my favorite songs,
Ang English,
honestly.
binisay niya, ayaw iring.
Ayaw, Irene.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Ma. I'm watching cartoons.
Music kay gisabi. Ito lang, may pinipen, ha?
Upin Ipin.
That's another one? That's another show?
Yeah, Upin Ipin and Ben 10 yung kita know.
Eh, pag-iro, gumalungo na ba ito? Ang iring-bigyan ba ito? So, but I think it's talking about a gap in the ceiling, right? Ayuhan ka na alang sangi ka, no? Basig ito yun, ano mo, ayuhan
What is kisame?
ceiling.
Okay. Nagsigidog ano sa kisame?
Oo.
Kaw.
Oo, basig siguro na gap, siguro na ayuhin na alang sangi.
What's
Right.
lang sangi? Like,
Nail it. Like nail it, yeah. Like put a nail on it.
Nasagutan atong sudan daw. Ano daw,
Ikaw yung
Ikaw yung...
Hilap yan. Sa mukha ni ringan.
Take na this. I can't take na this. Sorry. Isa ka. Baby.
Ang ato ang iskulan karong buntaga sa mag-anisay ta subo is kaning Pasko ba? It's the season. Na sobra na. Every kaayo ka pang-negosyo. What do you think?
That's the question. Has Christmas become more commercialized? Is the focus of a lot of our listeners and viewers more now on shopping, acquiring more?
Monday. Good morning.
Maperita. The sky's clearing up, but if you look, it looks so dark. I think it's gonna rain. But it's still nice. What did I think? It's gonna rain, guys.
Take na this.
This I can. You know what, Jiggy? I wanted to get into the podcast that you were suggesting to me, the one I listened to.
Oh.
But I feel like I only want to listen to it when I'm doing something. Like
What part is it about?
the Benedict Cumberbatch one. Nice one though.
There's not a podcast.
Audiobook. I would want to listen to it, but not want to, like, for example, pag weekend. There can't come time, so I'd rather watch TV. Pero if it was an instance wherein, like,
Stuck in traffic.
cannot, then I would listen to
Yeah.
a podcast. What's the name? Ato kay I want to find it Spotify.
Kuan.
Okay.
How do you call it? The Order of Time by Carlo Rovelli. The Order of Time by Carlo Rovelli.
By
Carlo Rovelli. Rovelli or
oh, I have it. Wait, I don't think who's reading this though. Not me being like who's reading this though.
Your
many app experience.
There's like this heat.
Oh, it's the original guy.
That's Carlo Rovelli.
Yeah,
He's-
I don't like
he barely
that.
speaks. He barely speaks.
I don't
English.
like it. I want barely speaks English. Very ano is all in English. Oh, I can take my risk. Na, 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 na.
Dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. What did you?
Just log on to Top Media Center on Facebook. Wait for a surprise post for the instructions. Follow and win 105 pesos. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of 105.1 TMC at Top Media Center. Follow and win.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Hoy, can you let me see sabe? Why did you say 65? You fool. So, let me see sabe. Sini mali yung place, oh.
I feel like comedy is probably the arena na we can probably dominate, or maybe love, siguro love more than comedy.
Sama.
We can probably make a dent in the world, but I think it's got to be love because that's our MO, right? Our country as a people, right? As a people, we're so like we like Maoy shit and love
Yeah,
stories. But
yeah.
so if there's a storyline, a narrative, a movie, a script that's
Amo combat
about
sa
love,
love.
I think that we might be able to succeed in that department. Comedy mo gud namo gid nuances of Filipino comedy ng murag
The thing about comedy is that
Hindi mada.
people's sense of everyone has a sense of humor, but
Yeah.
it differs.
dili
Pero
universal
love
ba?
is more
Kind of
universal
yeah.
because
I have to admit, kana mga love nga movies
love
sa
is
Filipino.
more universal. Because you have familial love, there's platonic love.
Yeah.
You will always self-love.
Yeah.
It's more, it's a
Yeah.
color easily
Yeah.
recognized by everyone.
Correct. Yeah.
Ang comedy man good,
And
cultural
humor.
barrier, dakan na kaayo, ano. So, that's why I feel like it's harder to accept. Parehas ng Filipino comedy, baduyan ang foreigners, ano, di ba sila kasabot?
Like even though I'm not a big fan of Filipino film, but when I watch a romantic movie in a Filipino, I have to admit I'm titillated by it. You know, I'm kind of emotionally.
Yeah, funny man, lahi man ang Filipino, ano po.
105.1 TMC, the Agadirs. Sige ito nga ta?
Agadirs.
Ito na, limot ko
We
sa
can
ito.
check it out. Don't worry guys, if you're also wondering,
Unsa ka ning kantahan?
Andam na kong mubiya. Kuno.
Andam na kumubiya. Okay.
Yes.
Good thing is, Kuya Magic Engineer, the topsmediacenter.com website, in such a way that if you are curious as to what song was just played,
Yep.
you can always look back and then makakita gid ka diha unsay song ang gina-play in real time.
Unsa mo tong tukar.
Oh, kana unsa to nga ko tukara. I like that song lagi, and you can check it out there.
Absolutely.
Oh my, we've got 3 minutes left before 12.
Time's fun when you're having
Time's
flies.
fun when you're having flies,
Yeah.
guys. Sa hindi na taka-notice sa time, no? Or I don't know if it's just me.
Mulabay, di ba?
Yeah.
Kunya, kanig-
That's what happens when you're tabian siguro,
Kanig
Jiggy.
yung Pasko, Justin, like, dili ko ka-imagine nga Pasko
I
na
know.
sad, right?
Like, why does it feel like October pa?
Mo lagi.
Yeah, karon December 2 na, 23 days. You know what? Me and my sister were saying that, ana siya, hala, Astin, because they call me Astin. Astin, wala ba ta kapalit og gifts? I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. It's Christmas. Wala pa ko kapalit og gifts. Nagsugod na siya. By the way, this is what I want. Naghatod na siya Christmas list. Lahi pa good. From Kuy Kuy, from my brother, this is what I want from you. Lahi yang specified.
Okay.
From Astin, this is what I want from you. Tawa
Okay,
jud ko.
okay.
Ko nga, okay, Jaden, we'll see.
Pero ang kada bang paglabay
That's
sa
funny.
panahon ba, di ba?
Yeah.
It's such a mysterious thing we're talking about. The Order of Time.
Time.
Right?
Kana.
By
That's
Carl
a
Ruben.
really good book that
Kanang-
Jiggy tried to put me on.
Kanang paglabay sa panahon ba, sakto ginagisulti nila sa nga,
Unsa man?
the days are long, but the years are short.
The days are long, but the years are short.
Meaning to
Yeah.
say nga, ang adlaw murag dugaya mahuman oy, dugaya ani oy, dugaya ani.
That's how I feel
oy.
like sometimes in
You know,
class.
like sus kapuya ani oy.
Kapuya.
Pero ang mga panahon sa in years time,
They
Marag
seem like
usog ra kayo.
they so quickly.
yes, for example, my kids are like adults, right?
And you forget that.
And you
And sometimes you're like, oh wait, it was just yesterday that they were still in high school.
exactly.
I
There
know.
were still little boys and little girls,
I
right?
know. I do feel that. Sometimes I look back at kanang sa among refrigerator na magid may mga pictures nga gipang pamilit ba. And
Yeah.
these are like souvenirs from like mga birthdays we've attended.
Okay.
So I've got a picture there of me and my best friend's 18th birthday.
Okay.
And my sister has a picture there also in her friend's 18th birthday.
Okay.
Nya akong gitapan ko nga, "Hal, Jaden, look, this was me at your age now."
Mm-hmm.
And then this is you. Like makathink ko sa una bata pa manggid baby sa manggid ni akong siblings. Sa karon mga dalagit, mga ano naman ni sila, mga college na.
Yeah, maog yun, oh.
They're old.
Yeah, so-
And that means I'm old.
Mo lagi ba so ang atong gisgutan na ang paglabay sa panahon.
Panahon.
Diba? Murag kusog you guys tanan ang mga tuig pero ang mga adlaw usahay murag porting dugay mahuman, di ba?
Exactly. So what does that say?
What does that mean?
What does that mean to us?
What does that mean
And
to you?
for me, Jiggy, that
what are you going to do about that, right?
for me, that just means that we have to value each and every moment that we have. Mao na siya every Christmas. It's not special because of the number of gifts you have and the number of food that you're able to eat, the number of visitors who celebrate with you also,
the
number of
lechons
lechons.
that we're able to tad.
Oh, and the number of times the lechons is being reused until until New
Number
Year's.
of times you murder a
A
pig.
pig, himuon og paksiw after, okay? It's not about that. It's really about the moment in itself. No, nga mulabay. You would not have the same Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not the same Christmas every year.
Absolutely.
It's different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's why here at Tops Media Center, specifically at top of the morning, we want to squeeze the most life,
Yes.
not only out of your days, but out of your seasons. No?
Yes.
Since Christmas
Yes.
namang gid na.
Yeah. And since we're always trying to look for something novel and new, here's a fun fact for all
Okay.
of us. You know what? Today is the first ever in the history of recorded time. Okay, Justine? Hononara gonna how grand that statement is. Sa historia sa
Sa whole panahon.
gasugod sila og sukod og oras.
Saman.
Today is the first ever December 2, 2024 ever in the history of recorded
24
time.
to 24.
Yeah, today is the first December 2, 2024.
Wait till it becomes 24, 24, 24. 12,
ever.
24 rather.
No,
sorry.
what I'm saying by is
My bad.
every moment is unique. Every time is unique, right? You're
There's no other day like this.
You're the original of the species, Justine. There's nobody like you.
There's nobody like us.
Nobody who thinks like you, acts like you, talks like you. In the same way that this moment is original, there has never been a December 2, 2024. in
So
the
let's make the most
history.
out of 12. I said kanina ni Engko 24 bali day. 12 to 24.
Yeah, I know you're probably looking for a pattern or
I was trying to
or numbers to
Nabalik na. Sayop,
repeat.
sayop.
That wasn't my point. My
Yeah.
point is that today,
No other time like this.
no other time like
Okay.
this. So we've
No
got-
other person like you.
Exactamundo. So we've got to be able to appreciate the
Yeah.
uniqueness of this moment right here, right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And gawas kung magtuon ka, ayo i-forgo ang in, this moment. Don't forget about it. Kung magtuon ka, ay lang sa karon ugma nang sa ta magduwa.
Ugma na lang.
Oh, di ba? Ugma nang sa ta mag-inom, matanog sini, di ba?
Yeah.
And ugma nang sa ta magkita-kita.
Ugma for sure.
8
I'll
to
see you guys.
12, top of the morning, 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Come on. Bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Munga, ayaw sa kog sa muka, ani agyapon ka, ani agyapon ka. Di lagi gyud ko, madalas imong pangusog, ani agyapon ka, ani agyapon ka. Nganumang di man jud ka kasabot. Can't you see that I'm a little busy? Finals naman good. Oh, dili masahingon na di ko ganahan ka. Ibalo ka nga mauna ako kinamayaw sa karon. Kinahanglan magtuon. Ipalayo sa na ang gamay nga baso. Pwede ba karon juice lang sa ako ayaw sa karon. Kinahanglan magtuon. Kung mo pasar ugma, mubangka ko. O lisod kaayo balibaran, kahibalo ko unsay paingnan, anang usalang usaraman di ay di nakaulis balay. Palihog ayaw pangluod, palihog sabta lang sa yod. Karon naman bitaw jud ni ugma pohon di na lagi. Nganumang di man jud ka kasabot. Can't you see that I'm a little busy? Finals naman good. Oh, di masaningon na di ko ganahan ka. Ibalo ka mauna ako kinamayaw sa karon. Kinahanglan magtuon. Ipalayo sana ang gamay nga baso. Pwede ba karon juice lang sa ako ayaw sa karon. Kinahanglan magtuon. Kung mupasar ugma, mubangka ko.
Uy, asa ng baso, uy?
Ito sa importante. Finance or ang tagay? Isa ka to. Dapat.
Nga anumang di man jud ka kasabot. Can't you see that I'm a little busy? Samok mo na ko. Kitsi naging kon nga di ko ganahan. Kahit balo ka mamaon na ako kinahamayaw sa karon.